Let's fucking go.
It's my life. Every day of my life.
Yeah.
My life. My life.
Say I'm good.
I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. Spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. Boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. I spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now.
Yeah, I be smoking Vannas, drinking Dom P, thinking beyond deeper than Gandhi. While I'm on the yacht, counting G's, smoking trees. I'm out to be a billionaire, dipped in fresh gear, flicking $100 bills in the air. Bogard and Triangle, they getting money too. It's what we do. Provide for our families like the Kennedys and the Carters do. Like Sean and B, rhyme with D. Greatest of the all time, like Mike Tyson, Jordan, Jackson, in they prime. Y'all haters still can't take our shine, shine, shine. Like every day of my life, I stay high, floating through them smoke clouds, 3K.
I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. Spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. I stay high flying through smoke clouds. Smoke clouds, I knew my worth, that's why I spoke loud. I spoke loud, I'm in the ocean, don't rock my boat now. A boat now, so much emotion, come get a quote now. A quote now. Slow and low like the chorus, smoke a forest like a wildfire. Sip on liquors in between, feeling like the golden child. Going up on some golden suds, rolling up on some potent bud. It's a daily situation where we come from. If you really know what's up, then you would get some. But no knots do not beat the same drum. I prefer cognac, but I will take rum. I prefer IPA, but I will go bud. Anything goes in the San Jose slums. San Jose slums, this shit is better than hot. Man, this shit is well done, done. 808 kick drums make the girlies get done. This is the new drink and smoke anthem.
They call Bogard Scott free when they want smoke. I ain't talking about beef, I'm talking about that dope. Shipping out peas, flying elbows. No wrestling, but we off the top rope. Work fresh off the boat, packs on the plane. Then we back on the road, going state to state. Money, pussy, good weed, all I need in life. Call it blasphemous, I get stoned like Jesus Christ. Ask the Lord, he'll vouch that we bout scratch. Who hear the noise, me and my boys pushing loud packs. Getting high till my day ends. Cheaper apes, today, Carpe Every day of my life, I get high, I get high. Every day of my life, I get high. It's beautiful. Scott, Prime. First off, I'm always in pocket. I'm more cocky than arrogant when I rock it. I'm like a funky experiment they concocted. But now I'm kamikaze in the cockpit. Pause. Fuck the game when my cock stiff. Fuck your side and your main for pillow talking. What part of the game is this? Is no code. I can't believe that it came to this. No hose barred, Bogard Scott free. I brought the block. No carbon copy, the one and only we rock. I heard the view is sick, but it's lonely at the top. Push work, steady working against the hands on the clock. I keep my head tilt, case anybody watching, I ain't trying to get pilt. Case anybody talking, anybody gut spilt. Best believe I'm plotting, best believe blood spilt. Get body, get killed. I'm always on some fuck how you felt. Cause when you push soft, can't be soft like felt. Shining dipped in water like Phelps. Meanwhile they still crying over spilt milk. Such a shame though. One of the many reasons why me and you ain't the same though. Go getter, I'm leaving with what I came for. No lactose, milk and shit for the sand hoe. Mooey.
Yeah, you know. What up though? You got Herb Gotti, Herb the Block, Herb whatever you wanna call me. What's up, Bogard? Here we go. To be the shit on the MIC, it takes more than the dope beat. But goddamn, my man, you fucking did it again. Prime 1 fam, banging from here.
We make plays every day, yeah. 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 Yes. Every goddamn day. We making plays every day. And it's the real motherfucking fantasy playmakers 2022 championship edition Q&A. Let's fucking go. I'm one of your savage hosts, Bogard Scott Free, aka Luigi, and I ain't alone. Let's bring in our first savage panelist for the evening. You know him. He is the most notorious man in the fantasy industry. It's our man, the Huss. Yeah.
Gotta get into championship mode.
Let's go. What?
What?
I said we're going to get in championship mode.
What?
I said chip mode.
What?
Chip mode.
What?
Schitt's Creek.
What?
That's where we're sending them.
What?
And our next panelist, savage host with the most, killing it with the graphics, killing it with the creativity. You know what I'm saying? Just a nostalgic individual. You know what I mean? Especially to my generation, because he's from where I'm from. I'm not talking about geographically. I'm talking about generationally. He shines bright. Caca! The neon peacock.
Caca! Shining bright, but not tonight. Let's get with a get, because I'm in silhouette, baby. Because right now, that's all you see. But you know what? We're going to be what we're going to be. And that's a champion this week, baby. That's what's going on. That is what's happening, because we're in championship mode, just like you said. I'm ready. Let's do this. I got 3 championship bouts out of 10 major leagues where I was qualified. That's a 30%. Let's bring them home. And if let's do it.
Let's bring home the chippers, y'all.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We're all in this together, baby.
The playmakers. You know what I'm saying? We want titles all across the playmakers.
I'm ready.
And shout out to
Emil. What up, bro?
What up? And you know what I'm saying? Shout out to our man Spencer the Guru. I'm not sure if he's gonna pull up tonight, but if he does, you know what I'm saying, he'll pop in. And shout out to our man Guccini JD. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Those are also our fellow playmaker, savage hosts. And they in the gang of chippers as well. You know what I mean? We
For
just
sure
all chippers in this motherfucker.
I know Guru is, because I was facing off with him last week, and he had like 6 more than I did last week, and I was lucky to bypass him and move on to 1. So that's how I'm doing it. It's one of my 3, but I know he's doing hella good. So good luck to him as well. And I like this silhouette look. I think I might rock this for a while. I'm gonna get like a brighter light.
A little cool. Alfred Peacock.
Oh my god! Got to gargle the voice, right? Start Devontae Smith over Mike Evans. I can't tell you why. I'm just telling you why.
Alfred Peacock.
I like it.
Oh man, let's get to some of these questions. Shout out to everyone who's up in the chat right now.
Yeah,
and Francisco got one of the first ones in, and he said 3 questions for you guys tonight. And he said the first one is Lazard, Thielen, or Lockett.
Oh, I would
Lockett.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lockett even after the if he's fully if he gets 1 full log to yeah, if he's a full go, then get him. But it's crazy to kind of have to want to pick between. Thielen gave you a dud. He's kind of hit or miss in that Vikings offense. And Lazard, I can't trust him for shit, man. He gets like 4 targets a game. Well, he could get more, but he gets like 4 catches tops. Like his ceiling ain't that great. He's very touchdown dependent.
Watson's not going to play. I can assume Watson's not playing. So,
but I'm just going to assume that Dobbs is going to take the Watson role, and he's not going to really look to Lazard, which is I'm talking about Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Like he's just going to bypass him. Like Lazard is the de facto wide receiver one there, but he's not really. You know, he ends up being the wide receiver 2 every game. So that's the way I treat him. So that's why I'd probably go Lockett, like you said. He just has more upside, I feel.
I'm running low on these mushrooms I got. So I've been like, because I swear, like all year, you know, I'm going to let you guys in on a secret. I eat a lot of the mushrooms and I see the future. And I haven't had a lot of mushrooms to like go in every time. So I've been panning them out. So, you know what I mean? It's just been vague little glimpses. But I'm trying to see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm keeping them separated.
Because he never leaves the field, right? Never leaves the field, though, that Lazardo.
No, that's true. He's on the field a lot. He's a scare for a touchdown. That's the thing, though. The Packers aren't the old Packers, you know. They're just touchdowns are spread apart.
Yeah.
Rodgers hasn't gotten hot all year, even after the bye. It hasn't been like a 3 to 5. Like we haven't even seen that like 3 or 4, you know, like between the running backs, like one of those 5 touchdown games, like 3 and 2, or Rodgers like throwing 3. Like none of that's happened. The Packers have been putting up like 25 points tops. So it's kind of hard to.
Brady, man. Come on, they got to do it this week, guy.
If you know what I'm saying, the championship, you gotta feel it.
You gotta feel it in the mothership. We're cruising in the mothership.
I wasn't even trying to do that. That was a real after I drank that beer.
Here we go. Ralph. With Kenny Walker questionable, I might have to play Rashad White, or I could pick up Najee Harris, who was just dropped. What the fuck?
Oh, what?
What kind of league is going on where Najee Harris?
Bro, pick up Najee and play him. If I was faced with that, I guess who the Pittsburgh
pick up Najee anyway. You got something on your bench you're not using.
Even if you don't play him
right now,
like if you want to play Rashad over him for some whatever whim or what, I don't know.
Is Ken Walker not practicing? Is he that in danger of not playing? Like what's
I don't know. I haven't kept track because I've limited my leagues down, and if I don't have them guys, I just haven't been keeping focused lately. It's all about winning in those 3 leagues that I got still alive, and whatever players are in that league.
I can do it.
Think about it, man. Those leagues have not had this much attention from me all year long. Now those are my favorite. You know, those are my babies. They're my balls.
I'm trying to take some chippers home.
And Will said,
wrap them up tight.
In PPR, who should I start? Jerick McKinnon, Algier, or Walker? I'm leaning McKinnon.
But Algier is very enticing.
I mean, yeah, because Walker's also playing the Jets. It's not the greatest matchup, but he's a load. He's going to get a load. It's just I mean, he's questionable, but like he's been questionable the last couple of weeks. Like I'm like, is he missing practice?
Yeah, and if he was fully healthy, I'd have more confidence in doing that, something like that. But I haven't heard good things coming out of there.
Let's see what else we got here.
Got this tumbler for Christmas.
Nice.
Second one from Francisco: Marquise Brown, Lazard, or Christian Watson? Leaning Lazard as of now.
Watson's hurt with a hip thingy. Marquise Brown's probably going to have like a 3rd-string quarterback, so I'm with Hustler on this one. McCoy's going to be back, but I don't think that's going to. I don't think that's going to help much. I think McCoy's going to be back, and that's going to help Hopkins. I think that's going to help Hopkins. You know what I mean? Like people who want to start Hopkins or have Hopkins and are there, you could flex Hopkins. You know.
I'm leaning Hollywood, Atlanta, bro. You know what I mean?
Is that who they play?
Yeah.
Maybe they don't have to fucking throw it. Maybe they just lean it with Connor. He's been on a thing lately.
And I'm playing. And Connor.
He's been laying the meat. He's been laying the meat down on the defense.
Connor started against me in 2 out of 7 championships. So he's
he drilled. Did he drill you? Man. Is that what happened? Did he drill you?
He's going hard.
He's going hard. Pause.
You know what I mean? Guccini got him against me in the goddamn in the nasty league, and then in the Hard to Start dynasty. I'm in that championship.
See, man, I'm in the nasty with you guys, and I stopped paying attention when I knew I was out. And I was like, let me lose as many games as I can now, but still start a full roster. And I still won the last couple, man. What the fuck? I beat Steezy. I beat Steezy, who he was definitely trying to tank. I think like he was starting some rot. Like if he couldn't put up 100 points or 110 points most weeks, I played him twice in the last couple of weeks, and then I played somebody else who's towards the bottom, and like I won 3 out of like I had 1 win going into the end. Like I got the number 1 pick, baby, and then I won 3 out of the last 4 right now. And I'm not trying to win, bro. you gotta look at that. Go look at who I played the last couple of weeks and see what's going on there in that league real quick. just to make sure I'm not tripping.
I can't believe I got in that league. I ain't gonna lie. I made
MMA put in the super chat for his long ass question here.
Let's go.
Wait, but there's hash marks, so maybe we can pause in between.
Yeah,
pause.
He said QB, Purdy, Minshew, Mike White. Pick one QB.
Minshew.
Minshew, and then
those are good choices though, but I like Minshew.
RB wide receiver and a flex out of Foreman, Singletary, Jeff Wilson, Garrett Wilson, Dallas Goedert, Gabe Davis, Haskins, Jamal Williams. Pick 4.
Oh, 4.
Oh, because he said flex. I was like, oh shit. I was like,
not Jamal Williams because he's been sucky and I know he's not. Yeah, but he seems hurt. He's not on any injury reports.
He had like a PCL sprain reports.
Or something like that.
Sorry, MCL or some shit like that.
So Goddard would be probably one of them for me because he's on the up and up with Minshew there.
Wilson.
And you want to stack that Minshew if we went with Minshew earlier, right? So I'm going to go Goddard right away. And who'd you say? Garrett Wilson? Who are the Jets playing with? Mike White back? Okay. But who are the Jets playing this week anyway? Just
Seahawks. We like it.
Okay. And then who are the other 2? Haskins? No, maybe. Singletary.
I'll go
Singletary, and then I'm okay with Hassan Haskins. I'm okay with it.
I'm okay with Haskins as the last guy going in there, unless you want to take a stab at Gabe Davis or something, right? But
yeah, I mean, Gabe Davis is the higher upside play, so I'll just say Gabe Davis. I'll play both Bills.
But I think we gave you the first 3 at least, Niner, and then you can probably go from there, right? Damn, my arm hurts, man. I fell off my fucking skateboard right now, and I just gotta kind of pop my elbow, and maybe they'll just feel better. I gotta trick everything, dude. All my joints from my fucking elbows down are all fucking fucked up from my youngin' days. So
but what was it again? So we're going GW. We're going.
We said Mike White or Minshew or White or what did we say?
GW, Dallas Goedert, Gabe Davis.
Oh, for the flex.
And Singletary.
Boom.
Simon. That's AKA Simon.
I'm not mad. Come back tomorrow though, because I might not be mad at the Haskins.
I'm mostly not inclined to change my mind, but you could always ask again tomorrow.
I like the Gabe Davis.
And another one, Francisco's last one. He said the 2 QB super flex. Who do I start in the super flex spot? I can go with a bad QB, Willis or Stidham, or a skill player, Lockett, Aaron Jones, Drake London.
Aaron Jones, probably.
Yeah, probably going.
Yeah.
Aaron Jones.
Yeah. And then if not Lockett, you want to.
The only times I really consider the shitty QB over like some skill guys if like the scoring format hella favors the QB. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you
got to be mindful of the scoring format, obviously.
QB still has to do shit for them to get the points too.
Yeah.
Hey, that league where I have McSorley and Driscoll that I started last week, I won by 9 points. And they put up a combined.
Now you got to go grab McCoy now. Go get Cole McCoy now.
No, they're already everybody's gone. Trust me, because you have to start 2 QBs in that league, and it's like random, like a 10-man league. So everybody has like 40 QBs on the roster. But anyway, but I picked those guys up all last second, and I won by 9 points, and they put up like 8.7 points. So they were part of that win, really big time.
If you won, they were part of it. You know what I mean? They contributed.
But I'm going to the championship, and I put Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts back in just to scare my opponent. But then I'm like, oh, it doesn't look good.
Damn.
It sucks, dude. But I feel like my IDP is so strong in that league and another league, the 14, which is kind of similar to that league that I'm talking about, where it's like I feel like my deep.
Is Hurts gonna play for real?
I don't know, and I don't know what I'm doing, dude. It's just like, fuck it. Mills, baby. Come on, Davis Mills. Throw one touchdown.
You got to play him.
He's been putting up 14 points. If he could put up 14 points, I could win. You never know. You never know.
Shit.
He's been doing decent, dude. Not, look, in a super flex league where he wasn't even drafted and nobody cared, and I waited really late to get him, or I think I traded Russell Wilson away and I got like other picks and shit.
Let's get it out.
Exactly. Let's get it out.
And C-Dog, he said 2 questions. Pick 2 out of Algier, Moss, DPJ.
Algier,
Moss. And then Niners or Jags? Niners.
The Browns are playing Washington, huh?
I don't like to talk up my Texans, but you never know in these divisional games, so I'm going to go Niners.
I'll take DPJ and Algier, actually. Then I'll take the Niners, D.
DPJ has been solid, especially in leagues where you get like return yards. What the fuck, bro? He's a great punt returner, bro. But he's solid. So is that kid Shaheed from the Saints? He reminds me of DPJ, like the way like the fantasy numbers they put up. It's exactly the same. It's like 4 for 49, but they have hella return yards.
And the OJ, he said, Newly Carlos, Waller or Komet? Probably Waller.
Waller. I'm starting Waller, and I'm hoping for the best.
Yeah.
Is it windy outside? Is that what's knocking on my garage doors, or am I tripping? Scared. I'm scared all of a sudden. Guys, if you see me go down, all of a sudden, you know what's up there. I'm like, call 911.
And Peanut Butter Jelly said, bros, I'm at work. Get high for me. Hell yeah. We're going to get that right now.
I might be too high. I'm real paranoid all of a sudden. Hold on.
Don't mistaking your paranoia for your extra awareness. Don't mistaking it for paranoia.
Oh, right. Like the spider sense. I probably have spider sense going on. That's all it is.
And MJ23 said, Bogard, can you dig it, sucker?
See, MJ23.
Can you dig it, sucker?
That was Mary Jane telling me if I could dig it. Peter Parker style. No, the other MJ. I'm pretty sure it's the other MJ. It's obviously Chicago Bulls. Okay.
And yeah, MJ, he said I was allowed to make an emergency trade in one of my leagues due to a friendly league. My running backs are all dead. Hall, Javonte Williams, Damian Pierce. I only have Chubb and Carter right now.
Dude, Chubb has not been great lately.
Cool of your league, they let you do that because that's not going down in our leagues.
Yeah, definitely not. We're not. It's not that.
You just gotta pray for a Chubb resurgence. I feel like, oh, come on, assert your dominance, Chubb. Throw that Chubb all over them.
Came over and then fucked them all up, man.
Put that Chubb right in their face.
So he said he's got 3 offers. He's got
Watson.
He got offered Barkley and Higgins for AJ Brown and Carter.
I like moving Higgins. I have Higgins in like 2 leagues. I really want to move Higgins right now.
I'll do it. I'll have Higgins.
I don't know if I have him in a league where you're in.
I'll have
Josh Jacobs and Zay Jones for Waddle and Pittman.
I want to move all the guys with H's in their names. I want to move Higbee, Higgins, and Haskins right now.
He said his favorite is Joe Burrow and Chase.
I'll do the first one.
For AJ Brown, T-Law in the first, second. But I mean, Pollard might not even play this week. So,
well, if you're gonna do the trade for this week, then no. But if you're looking for like more long term, then
it's crazy. I mean, this is a dynasty league, and in our dynasty leagues, you can still make trades, but
trades right now are weird, right? Aren't they? I just feel like they're weird.
Playoff teams can only trade with playoff teams, so
that's fine. It just still feels weird.
no one's making a trade championship week in our
league. They're not. Yeah, exactly. It's like I want to make a trade right now, and it's like, hold on, what's going on? Everybody's looking at the trade with a microscope. All right, I ran this through 40 trade calculators that I don't even trust. They all said you're whack.
And Alex Mark just threw in he threw in a super chat. Out of all those trades, I like the Barkley one the best. I don't like getting rid of AJ Brown, but at least you have you're getting Higgins as well.
Give me.
Yeah, because it's a dynasty. At first I thought it was a redraft. That's what I was all about the first one. Because it was like I think Higgins can have a bigger game than AJ Brown this week.
My redraft died last week. It just died. Oh, look, check this out, bro. Check this out. Check this out, Bogard. This is how I lost last week in redraft. I have a fucking great Mahomes Kelsey stack. Everything's cool, but Kelsey hasn't been scoring touchdowns. Just had a mediocre whatever. So did Mahomes. I was like, even Minshew scored more points than Mahomes in this league, and Minshew was on my bench. I was like, fuck. Guess who else was on my bench? Deontay Foreman in my flex, not in my starting roster. And then it was just, I know. And then look, and this guy, he had JT, Jonathan Taylor, and he just like, dropped him. And he had Hurts, and he picked up, who the fuck did he pick up? He picked up somebody off the bench who scored like 20-something points in this league. And I was like, Jesus Christ. But guess who else he just started because Jonathan Taylor was out? Cam fucking Akers. Oh, yeah. And I lost by like 23 points. I was like, what the fuck?
I mean,
he's going to get obliterated this week in the championship, right?
But I'm telling people, bro, Cam Akers is the league winner. You know what I mean?
I don't know.
No, when we did the league winner episode, like, you know what I mean? Like the playoff, like the league winner being like who goes crazy in the playoffs.
I know, but it's not like I picked him up off waiver. This guy had him, and he had no choice but to start him and this other quarterback that he picked up off waivers, and he scored like a combined 70 points off of those two starts that he wouldn't have made. He wouldn't have made. You know what I mean? And beat me.
Anyway. Real quick, we got another playmaker.
Redraft dead.
AJ
I'm done with
in the house.
AJ. Which AJ? AJ. Nephew. What's good, nephew?
A little late, fellas. My bad.
Bogart's nephew. Dude, you are literally in my phone. You're saved as AJ Bogart's son.
I respect that.
Yeah, no, it's cool. It's like almost like a Nordic. You know how like Norse people, like from Icelandic, whatever the fuck. It's like if you're a girl, and your father's named whatever Magnus, right? And he names his daughter Annie. Then she's Annie Magnus' daughter, like daughter of Magnus. So if you're AJ and you're my son, then you're AJ son. Or son of Magnus, so you'd be AJ Magnusson. You know what I mean? So I have you saved as AJ Bogart's son, like if you were Icelandic.
Like if you're like in like Lord of the Rings and shit, like they'd be like son of Gondor. You know
yeah, pretty much like that, but it follows a lineage, right?
But you're the son of where you're from, though, and those in their shit. So like,
right. So he's like AJ Bogart's son, even though I don't know AJ's last name, which is fine. I know where he's transcended from. His lineage is Bogard,
son of Bogard,
son of Bogard, exactly. And then I go up the ladder. Badass hat, by the way, AJ Bogart's son.
Yeah, nice.
Respect that. My first time on stream since before Christmas, so I just hope everybody had a good Christmas.
Hey, a good way to ring out the old year. Oh, is that a thing to say? Got to ring out the old year.
Yeah, out with the old, in with the new.
There you go. That's a better way to say it.
You know what I mean? You can ring out the old joint. You know what I mean? Wipe your ass with it, whatever you want to you call it.
Ring out the old year sounds gross. I don't want to ever say that ever again. Do not trademark that with me.
Hoping the fantasy gods are with everybody in this championship week.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? It's
30%. I'm okay.
I'm in 3 championships this week, so
there you go. Me too.
Hoping to bring home at least 2. Two's the goal, but obviously I want 3.
Oh, there you go. Loud and clear.
See, you know what last year I got into 5. The most I had ever gotten to before was 3 in 1 year, right? And I got into 5 last year. This year I'm in 7, so it's the most I've ever been in. And last year my mentality was like, all right, listen, I just want to win them all. And I won I won them all, you know what I mean?
I did not win them all. I was in
mentality. But you know what's crazy is like it's also
I was in many last year and I lost them all.
I'm trying not to pressure myself where it's like I'm like, okay, just mimic last year at least. Like I'm, you know what I mean?
And to be honest,
I'm like last year I had like the best year I've ever had, like ever. And I'm like, you know, I'm like,
but this year's different. Last year I could
say that this is probably my best year. Before I started fucking with y'all, I was getting like one per year, and this year I'm in 3.
Well,
like Hustler.
let's keep fucking with each other.
Hustler won the most. He's ever won last year. Like me and Hustler both have won the most multiple titles we've ever won in 1 year.
But it don't count because I'm not in any Hustler championship.
He has a chance to like double that this year.
I'm only in one, so don't worry about it. I think I joined 3 Hustler leagues this year, so we'll see.
I'm coming for everybody's.
But I'm going for
11.
Oh, here we go with the proclamations already. Just like a cowboy.
There's no proclamation. I'm in a world of hurt, and I'm probably going to lose. But it'd be great if I won. That's all I'm saying. Give me all the good karma.
And when I win number 11, it's for Stu.
There you go. I will also dedicate my win to Stu if I do win. If I don't, then I will also dedicate my loss to Stu. Because Stu was fucking awesome.
I'm glad I built the team that.
Sorry, Stu, if I lose. I'm so sorry.
My team's about to go crazy over there.
Who knows, man? At this point, I feel like it's luck. I'm going to start my team, and there's nothing much I can do, maybe other than like 1 or 2 like luck calls. I'm like, I'm going to start this guy over this guy, and a fucking wild hair at my ass, and hopefully it happens, and then I lose because of that, probably. So I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to do the process, see what happens.
I got stupid Russ in that 11.
I'm playing against Russ, so I hope that you don't. No miracle happens.
Yeah, I moved Stafford.
Probably not.
And you know what's crazy too is like everybody.
I hope Driscoll has more points than Russ.
I had just done our dynasty outlook. You know what I'm saying, for like QBs, and then I had him as a QB2 this year. You know, I had Russ as like a mid-range QB2, but that then like a week later I traded for him because I was just like I was so convinced that Stafford like elbow was gonna.
What up, Crispy?
What up, Crispy? But
MJ, this isn't breaking news. We were talking about this earlier. That Terrell Owens might be signing with the Cowboys.
Yeah, he's only like 50 years old. That's like me signing with any flag football team that I play with. They just like call me up like, hey man, it's the playoffs and you're on the roster. Remember you showed up on the first week?
I saw something that T.O. was playing in some football league earlier in the year.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Like, well, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I just got to keep myself healthy for the end of the month. I could sign with the Cowboys.
How many times do you think they'll roll him out there if he really does go with the Cowboys? Like 10 snaps
a game? He'll be like a Julio Jones type. Like he's gonna take a couple of shots and then that's it. You know,
he's gonna get like 12 snaps. And here's the thing: watch when he get hit by one of these youngsters because they hit different these days.
12 snaps, 8 routes, 6 knocked on his ass, and 4 targets and 2 catches for 16 yards.
It's basically what happened to James Washington. He came in, Dak threw the ball, he got lit up and didn't see the field again.
Yeah.
Yep. Bro, I literally dislocated my finger week 1 playing flag football with these kids, and I have not gone back the last 2 weeks. I don't know if it's because of the holidays. Like they just called to check up on me, but I was like, I'm not going to show up, and then they didn't call me again. They're like, maybe we'll call him for playoffs.
That's funny because my dad broke his finger playing flag football once too because he got his finger caught up in somebody's shorts and they were pulling away.
That's exactly what happened to me, dude. And I need my fingers, bro. I'm 36. It's my livelihood right now.
You know what I'm saying? How else am I gonna damn, you do everything. I was trying to think. I do everything with fingers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. It's chubby right there on the knuckle.
Make fun of nobody that's handicapped, bro, because you know what I mean. They're dealing with challenges that's what I'm saying, where the world is not. The world is in the country for them.
Peacock, did you see the promise I made Uncle Jerry's kids if the Cowboys somehow made the Super Bowl? Just made it, not even.
I don't think I saw that part.
You just cutting it short again already. He said, "We'll even just make it." You gotta come on, they gotta win it.
No, the bet was to win it that I'd drive 45 minutes to Corpus and go skydiving and record it for Uncle Jerry's kids.
Dude, I'll drive you. I'll drive you to South Padre Island. You can do it at the beach and do it at a real good beach.
Okay, with it. You're gonna have the dude strapped.
It's not that far. Back, right? What is that? Like an hour and a half from you? It's not even that far.
Yeah. Hey, didn't Steve?
That's like an hour from me. We can meet halfway.
Didn't Steve-O, he jumped
I'll pay for it. I'll pay for it and record it. And my son will fly a drone to see if he can get a good, angle on that.
You ain't gonna get a drone in no airspace where they're doing fucking.
You don't know that. Nah, probably not. Not with my son doing it.
Shoot that shit down.
Especially in Texas. So we're gonna fucking fighter jets are gonna come in and accidentally hit AJ.
But Steve, he jumped out butt naked with a dude strapped to his back because
What?
Yeah, I think he jacked up till he ejaculated. And that's pretty. First of all,
They better have paid that man
How long
good
is
ass
the
money.
football?
They better have paid that man good ass money. That took Steve.
Good Lord! Wait, what are you talking about?
You know when you
the reason why I know this is because I went to Steve-O's stand-up comedy.
You're talking Steve-O did all that? Did I not? When did I miss? Did I miss that?
Come on, these are carefully thought out. He's sober. He's been sober for a long time. These are the things.
No. I'm just saying when he ejaculated off of an airplane, like I saw that in one of the movies. If that happened in one of those, then I'm sure I saw it.
No. He for his comedy show, he does a bunch of stunts, gives the whole backstory kind of about the stunt or whatever that he's gonna do, and it's a whole big story.
I think I've heard part of those.
And then
heard
One
them.
of the ones where he jumped out of an airplane. He's got a dude strapped to his back. He's butt naked.
So it's a story. I mean, one of his comedy. Yeah, I was gonna say. I think I've heard stuff similar to that, but yeah. Okay, got you.
And he busted a nut right as he jumped out of the airplane. He had to time it right.
Dude, I saw a video like somebody just sent me, and there's a guy like doing a dookie, like where they jump into a river or whatever the fuck, but they're taking a shit at the same time, airborne. And I was like, why did you send me this, you fucking asshole? I got 2 of those in the same day, and I was like, holy Christ, you guys sending this to each other?
It's
you
a
fucking
420
piece of
network
shit.
promise that if the Cowboys make the Super Bowl, I will go skydiving for the content.
I thought you were gonna say something about a dookie, but okay.
Like skydiving naked with the guy strapped to your back while you.
Yeah, I won't do that. I have some dignity.
Well, so you heard it here first. You heard it here first, folks. If the Cowboys win the Super Bowl, he'll jump off butt naked, dude strapped to his back. He's jacking
taking
off.
a shit.
He's busting a nut in mid-air, free fall,
And taking a shit.
and he's yelling pause. And boom, hits the rip cord.
Cowboys forever.
Right, bro. Hey, listen, that might be. You might need to do that now, because then if they win it, that was like a good luck charm. So you have to do it every year before. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to stay on the ground. So let's see what happens.
Yeah, and really, like, I mean, if skydiving's on your bucket list, I mean, like, Cowboys still got a lot of work to do, even if you're going to mark that off your bucket list.
There was like David Blaine, David Blaine, right?
Yeah.
You see the one where he did the balloons?
Yeah.
Bro, that shit was loked out, bro.
He's like, here, no, here, touch my hand.
Because everybody was coming at my ass.
And it's usually like some super hot ass model chick. Hold on. No. Hold on, wait.
Coming at his ass.
Everybody was coming at my ass because I said the Cowboys wouldn't make the Super Bowl, and I was like, God, guys, like I'm just trying to brace the tragedy before it happens. Come to Uncle Jerry's Kids after it happens. And
I'm just saying, David Blaine would be like, he'd convince you to touch your asshole.
Hold on, let's do this.
Like,
I got a workshop right here. Check us out in true playmaker fashion. Let's do this. So,
Uncle Jerry's Playmakers fashion show.
What do you think? If you were to put the Cowboys like against the league, right? What do you think they are? The third best team,
in the whole league?
Yeah,
I feel like the sixth.
Oh, that's a good number. See, and I'm being I like the Cowboys ish.
Who do you got in front of them?
Okay,
Eagles,
let's let AJ.
Niners, Bills, Chiefs, Bengals, Cowboys.
Exactly.
Okay.
And Jacksonville could be a problem.
I think the Chargers could be a problem in the playoffs. Truthfully,
anybody could be a problem in the first round. Once the Cowboys get past that, then I'm like, oh shit, now they mean business.
Okay, hold on. I'm a little Luigi. Wait a second. I'm talking about like in the entire league, right? You didn't just say NFC teams, right?
No, I said
we said entire league. Yeah, we
Bills, Chiefs, Bengals.
Yeah, I was in total agreement there because I was, I was ranking the Cowboys pretty much around there.
Yeah, the AFC's kind of top heavy, huh? I mean, you get the Bengals. Yeah, the Bengals is in there too.
If you're asking me if the Cowboys were to play Baltimore straight up, who would win?
I think
they can beat Baltimore right now without Lamar for sure.
I think Baltimore's like a crazy like sleeper.
They're a good coach. They're a decently coached team.
Well, because it's
I don't think they'll lose to Baltimore.
Imagine
with the backup quarterback right now, I don't think they'll lose to Baltimore.
If you get Lamar back
by the time the playoffs.
Yeah, if you get Lamar back for a playoff game, then it's close. But I still don't.
We saw the Jags.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I mean,
I haven't seen any rhythm from Baltimore. Look at all the points Baltimore's put up in the last 6 weeks. It's been like 12, 19, 16.
But see, that's just a well-coached team because this is how they got to win these games right now.
Okay, look, don't get me wrong. And they probably got to feel real good in the locker room too and feel real good about that defense. So, yeah, don't get me wrong. They could win a playoff game for sure.
Okay, how about this?
This might be.
I played on a team like that. That was my senior year team, and we were fucking like scary like that. Like people weren't scoring on us. And then the team that did score on us, we scored back. It was crazy. But anyway, it's another story for another time.
Coaching, Dallas is outmatched.
Usually, and
Mike
always,
McCarthy's
most likely.
a leader of men, but he's not a situationally good coach.
He's a leader of Cowboys.
I feel like if you give him a good nap, if you give him some cookies and a nap right before the game, if you give him some cookies and a nap before the game, he can't be beat.
No, I'll actually give some props to Mike McCarthy because I think he actually plays a big part in the Cowboys making the playoffs in 2 back-to-back years for the first time in 15 years.
I like your confidence, kid.
I don't think he's a great coach, but I think he's a decent coach.
No, it's well said. It's McCarthy.
I think he can't manage a game.
You're right. There's so many. I mean, they could have closed that game out against Jacksonville if that game was better managed. They could have closed that game against Philly better if that game was managed. They had Dak running out of bounds. When he had the football when he could have slid right there.
You mean when he slid 16 yards from the end zone or whatever it was?
McCarthy can't coach his way out of a cardboard box.
And then he looked around like, huh? I can't call a timeout. We don't have any.
Cowboys make any run, it's going to be because of Dak. That's
damn
it. You guys
my hopes are low.
One day players are going to be so athletic they could slide like sub-zero for several yards before.
Like 10-yard slide, right? All badass. And then they don't mark it when you start the slide. Where they actually touch them. They should do that for quarterbacks. Come on. They should give them where they get touched. Fuck that shit. Or where the ball is when they're touched.
Yeah,
even if they slide.
I hate that shit too.
I know they're giving themselves up, but I mean, come on, you can't do it when they stop. I mean, I don't know.
But I will say this though. I never thought I'd say
giving the defense a lot. Well, you know what? That's a little credit to the defense because the defense has already given cheapened over the years. You can't hit a guy when he's catching the fucking football anymore. I used to be a DB, man. If they took that shit out of the game when I played, I would have fucking sucked as a DB, dude. I made my living. I made my living on when the motherfucker caught the ball, just rocking the shit out of him. Because I was too small to go up there and try to intercept it. You know what I mean? I was just going over there to go rock the motherfucker, especially tight ends. Got him right underneath the shoulder pads.
I mean, look at that's how the game evolves though, like, right? Like, so if now it's more friendly to pass catchers, you know what I'm saying? Now you see more technical corners, right?
No, I get it, dude. I concussed the motherfucker at practice. Some underclassmen. I feel real bad about it, dude. Oh man.
You know what I'm saying? You see more precise pass breakups. You see DBs punching balls out like with precision, like
yeah. A lot of times, though, they miss the tackle and the guy goes for 10 more yards and falls in the end zone when they're trying to do that shit, too, though. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's just crazy how I feel like, most of the calls now go to the offense, you know?
How do y'all feel about Derwin James getting ejected? Because that was
that was some bullshit, man. In my opinion, that was some bullshit. Huss, I don't know how you feel as an IDP guy with that call, but like I felt like, if anything, he led with his helmet a little bit. But he endangered his own self and hit the guy in the shoulder before he even made any contact with anything.
Right after he got hit. So, I mean,
yeah, no problem. So what the fuck?
It's the leading with the helmet. That's what it is. Like, just like you're not supposed to do that shit anymore.
Dude, when I grew up, they taught us get your face mask across the other guy's shoulder pads, but they didn't say not to hit. Like, we were taught to kind of just lead with our helmet back in the day. But that was in high school.
That way, though.
That's 90s Texas. That's 90s Texas football.
It's called heads up football. It's been like over 13 years.
It's always like, look, on defense, you had your head on a swivel, but when you're going to go make a tackle, you get your helmet across the other guy's outside shoulder pad, outside of his helmet here, and you go and it was you aim for his helmet, shoulder, whole area. This area is where we were aiming when we tackled them. We'd always fall short and end up tackling them around the waist, but we were taught to fucking knock these motherfuckers out right in this zone. back in my day. I don't know. And that's the way I played. And I'm not going to lie to you. I got knocked out many times.
You know we're old because he's like, back in my day.
Yeah, no shit, dude. Like in the early 2000s.
Lead with the head.
Literally 99 to like 2003 is when I got my fucking shit rocked in practice. And that's what that would happen. It was like Monday, Tuesday, you get your shit rocked. Or Monday, Tuesday, you get your shit rocked. Wednesday, Thursday, you get your shit together. And then Friday, you play. And Saturday, you recover. You know, right, AJ? I mean, you know about like what Corpus, what Cal Allen? You know about Cal Allen and those fucking schools? I mean, I played against those motherfuckers.
Kyle Allen sucks.
Crispy said that's why
Not
we did
Kyle Allen.
I know, I'm just being stupid.
Oh, he also does suck though. But dude, like that was like literally. I've said this before many, many times. You watch Varsity Blues, very similar to the way I grew up. It's so crazy.
I know football is weird for me because I wasn't scared to hit people, but I was a little scared to get hit. So like, I don't know. I just stopped playing after middle school.
After a while, I got used to it. And then I went to offense, and it was a lot more fun because then like I just pushed people around. I was like, why wasn't I on offense earlier? Fuck, pissed me off. Stupid coaches.
Well, that's what I'm saying though. Like it's been like 13 years ago. I can remember because like with the homies that already had like their kids in football, like and they were like coaching. You had to like go to like a little.
Oh, I won't let my son play football. Fuck that.
I'm just saying
you play soccer or something else.
You had to go to a course and they were teaching like it was called like heads up safety or something like that. Where like now you're teaching like how to lead with the shoulder and not like the head. You know what I mean? Like
we didn't know nothing about that. When I played Pee Wee football, I think in like 6th grade, and then I went straight into like junior high. And then everybody laughed at me because I was a chunky little fat kid in junior high. And they're like, oh, yeah, you're going to play football, blah, blah, blah. And then I made the starting whatever, and I was a safety. And I got like 3 interceptions on the year, and I was knocking the shit out of people. And I love playing defense. And then everybody caught up to me in size, and I got skinny. Or like I kind of stretched out, and I got taller, and I stayed, I got skinny. And then I was like, oh, shit, like I kind of felt like I needed to be a receiver at that point. But I still stayed on defense. It was fun. Played free safety for a while. But it wasn't until I made that move over to offense and I filled out again where I was like, this is where I like to just knock people on their ass. I used to like to come inside and fucking squirt all over the bitches. Oh, I'm sorry. That just took a random turn.
I was wondering where he was going, but he's like,
I like to crack back on a defensive end is what I was going to say. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened there.
Pause.
And Crispy said thoughts on Richie Grant. Really like him. He's had the last 3 games over double-digit points. Their offense is trash. He's on the field a lot.
Hustle! I gotta bring it up. You outbid me on the waiver wire by a fucking $1. I don't remember who it was. It was like a linebacker, dude. It was a linebacker. You put like $4 and I put 3, and I was like, son of a bitch. Not that I was gonna like. I'm better. It's better that you took him and not the guy that I'm playing this week for the championship. But still, it's like for dynasty.
Luke Masterson.
Masterson. That's right. But it's crazy that you put $4 and I only put 3. I had like more money to like spend, and I didn't do it. It's crazy.
Hell times, bro.
That's the kind of shit that tickles. Like it's fucking hilarious. It's like son of a bitch. Right? Like
he's rookie.
No, but those are the funny things though, and like shit like that. It's like Jesus. I got like nobody's fighting like for anything really crazy. That's like a move that you just make at the end of the year, just in case maybe for next season. See what happens in the last 2 games. But I didn't want anybody to play him against me in the championship, so I was like, let me make a little side $3 just. Throw it. I don't make a lot of moves in that league. Like I hardly have, and I just threw $3 in there, and this guy throws $4.
Before we move on, I just wanted to say, while Crispy's in here, that Cinderella team beat his super team in the championship. Let's get it.
Ooh, get him.
Which league was that?
It wasn't one that we're in together, but this man had Herbert, Eckler, Tyreek Hill, Tony Pollard. Everybody, bro. And
Herbert he gave him the Cleveland Steamer. Herbert shit all over his chest.
But this is just a bad weekend for star players in fantasy. Shout out to George Kittle and Dak Prescott for getting me past Crispy.
Yeah, golden showers for them.
Nick Von B said, with Derrick Henry out, do you have anyone in mind?
Popping Chris down. That's why it's going.
Are you guys gonna get Bogard go? Cleveland Steamers for the other guys, golden showers for the other bros.
Nick, no, you gotta give me some people who like on waivers or whatever, because there's no like replacement for Derrick Henry for the Titans. I mean, Haskins, and who's the other dude? Who's that other guy's name? I can't remember.
Maybe Burkhead's out there somewhere.
McChastity. No, don't ever play Burkhead if you want 2 points. No, it's Freeman. If Freeman's out there, you play Freeman. Trust me.
Anthony said Derek Carr stepped away from the Raiders to avoid being an obvious distraction. Must he now compete for obligatory WASP QB 1 year stint with the?
Man, since you're speaking of that, I'm scared. Do I still just play Waller? Do I just play Waller still, or do I have to
hold on?
Pull him?
Go back real quick. Hold on. That's a great word right there. Obligatory.
Oh, I love obligatory.
Good fucking word.
My dad's favorite word back in the day, in the early 90s, was irrelevant. Oh, that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
You're irrelevant. I was like, no, I'm your son. It's not irrelevant. What the fuck? Dad, just because you looked that up in the dictionary doesn't mean you can use it all the time.
You should have told him that's obligatory.
Yeah, obligatory. I like that one, though. Obligatory. Wait a minute. What does that mean?
An obligatory. I know. Well, okay. Before we find out what obligatory means, I know it means like washed up and like never was type of motherfucker.
I thought obligatory was like you were obliged.
You have
to.
Like
you meant you were exactly AJ. Yes, like you have to. Like you're obliged to do it. Like I have to do this. My obligatory statement. But anyways, I love that.
Okay, see, there it is. I was wrong. See, look, I learned something every day.
Marty said it means necessary.
There you go. Perfect. That's the word, necessary.
Now I know the context. Okay.
Thank you for being so engaged in the chat, everyone.
Maybe the explanation was not obligatory.
Yeah, we're not out here being a bunch of fucking Neanderthals. We're here to fucking educate masses and people. We're not just throwing words out. Bogard. I'm joking.
Hey, listen, man. That right there was obligatory.
Yes, it's necessary.
It was very necessary.
How about let's just use the word necessary to not confuse anybody from now on.
Yeah, exactly.
No, let's use obligatory.
I like obligatory. It makes it sound so much cooler.
Yeah, I've fallen into obligatory in one league because I have Derek Carr and no other fucking QBs. Well, I have Patrick Mahomes, but I mean no other QBs for my Super Bowl.
Well, dude, now you can't start Derek Carr. What are you gonna do? You can't start McSorley. Yeah, you have to get Stidham. Driscoll? Is Driscoll out there?
Baker Mayfield and Deshaun Watson.
Then you're fine.
Wait. I got Gardner Minshew. All right, I got way more.
You're great, dude. Come on.
Minshew's gonna play.
I was in a zone where I started Driscoll and McSorley last week, and I won because they didn't do bad. You know what I mean? They put up like I think 8 combined points, and I won by 9. So I needed them some way or another. You never know.
You just never know.
Yeah, and now Lamar Jackson. I think I've said this. I beat the drum, but Lamar Jackson and Jalen Hurts are probably not going to play again. I'm going to have to start these guys again.
Oh no!
But McSorley's out, so it's going to be McCoy, Colt McCoy. Did I say McCoy?
Yeah, you got McCoy.
Yeah, and I do have him, so I'm putting him in.
Yeah, there you go. At least you'll have one secure.
Yeah, I don't know. I just hope that
it's a friendly matchup.
I hope that DeAndre Hopkins can catch a touchdown and we'll be okay.
You guys were talking about another defensive player earlier. Grant. He's from the Falcons. That's from the Falcons, right?
Falcone.
Yeah. I've been on him since last year. He was one of the guys I really like coming out.
I know every time I'm about to be on a player, I go search him up, and in any league I'm in, fucking Hustler already has him. I was like, son of a bitch.
you gotta be fast, man.
For real, like I wasn't
crazy, dude. I didn't even mention this guy on the
show
on the waivers, and I look, and he's like, son of a bitch, he already has him.
Like I said a couple weeks.
in 1 week I haven't looked at in 1 week because I got knocked out in like the other dynasties, and I wasn't.
Yeah, I haven't been paying attention to those. That's my fault.
Yeah, and then I only got like a few left, and then when I just started looking at what's going on in like the 14, I'm like, fuck, I'm like missing out. I'm like making claims. I'm like, fuck, damn it, because it's still, you got to gear up for next year.
Well, look, dude, I went out for my daughter's thing on a Wednesday, and I lost Jalen Hurts, and Minshew was still out there, and I didn't pick him up in one of these leagues, and I was like, fuck, because I was out getting drunk, We had like a fashion show fucking thing or whatever the fuck, and then they got on the show. Totally forgot to make a claim.
We were talking about the Ginsu on the show too.
I was over here chilling, like, and I wake up and I was like, "Fuck! I didn't even make a fucking claim."
And that's why Crispy asked Marcus Jones or Richie Grant. I'll take.
But guess what? I'm still in the final.
Who they playing?
But I need help.
Pitcher's playing the Dolphins.
Yeah.
He'll
be covering Tyreek or Waddle.
Yeah, it'd be Waddle for sure.
AJ, did you ever come down to the Valley, AJ?
I haven't been in.
You said you were going to, and you didn't.
I haven't been in a while, but I need to. And the second I'm there, you're gonna see a text from me.
Hit me up.
Nick Von B.
It's funny that we call it the Valley. It's like a fucking. We should call it the Plains. You ever come down to the Plains with palm trees?
The heat.
The heat with palm trees. There's palm trees everywhere, though. That's cool.
Comanches, bro. They
It's really like flat grasslands with palm trees everywhere. It's weird. There's no hills.
It's the only trees that'll grow, bro. So they plant those motherfuckers there.
And then you ride those for 30 to 45 minutes, and then you hit the beach. So it's
I'm trying to go get some tacos though, for sure.
To me, dude, yes. I got some pozole. I got tamales. I have a bunch of shit left over in my fucking.
Tamales.
That's gonna be.
Freezer.
Yeah, you know what's up.
And Nick Von B. He said Miles Sanders, Jamal Williams, McKinnon on my bench.
McKinnon.
Yeah, McKinnon.
And then Sanders.
Those other guys are hurt too.
Let's see. And Crispy said IDP spots are Rashaan Evans and Shaq Thompson. Man, we better be following Shaq Thompson. He's questionable this week.
Dude, he's off and on and shit like all year. Like, you know what I've been doing with him? I've just been benching him. And I'm hoping I can trade him away maybe.
He's had some good weeks, but he's been hurt a few weeks.
Yeah, it's hard for me. Like, I don't have time to pay attention to him, so I've just been dealing with that. But if you guys are interested in any leagues that I have Shaq Thompson, he's available. That's all I'm saying.
And Luke says Hamador fucked my season sin.
Bogart's like, let me. I thought Bogard was checking the league. He was like, let me see what Peacock has.
For a goddamn minute. You're talking about my son Rahamador. All right. He was a value, and we said he would, and he's carried us this far. You know what I'm saying? And yes, he might have fucked us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dude, he had a 5-game spurt, and you have to move on.
It's supposed to be in addition to your shit. So if he ultimately was the reason why you lost, that sucks. You know what I mean? Because I've been enjoying Stevenson being the guy that like.
Well, everyone can point to anyone who scored less than 10 points.
Luxury.
This is the guy who fucked my season.
Yeah, look at what happened. You know what happened? Akers like sucked all those points right out of him, and he just like took them. And he was like, I'm gonna take them all. And he sunk Hamador's ship.
We need one more against the Chargers. Oh, let's go, Sean McVay. You know this is how you attack them. Let's fucking do it. For the chip.
I don't know how that fucking happened.
For the chip.
I blame him. I blame Rahamador. I do. And
you're mad at him right now.
I'm super pissed. He's in the doghouse right now.
I was lucky enough not to start him because I started with Damian Harris.
Come on,
the beginning of the year.
And Jackie said, need two. Pickens, Singletary, Peoples-Jones, Haskins, Slayton. Singletary and nobody else.
Peoples-Jones. If the weather's okay, Peoples-Jones.
Yeah.
Or Slayton.
Or Zay.
What? Zay Jones is in there?
What Jones is it?
Peoples-Jones.
I mean, we need two.
Yeah.
Man, I hate that I want to be reckless and tell people play Haskins, but it's like he's like in the
I don't know. That's a real.
Someone plays Zach Moss. You know what I mean?
If you have to play two of these,
Yeah, I'd rather play Zach Moss over Haskins. If nothing, if for the only reason that I won't get a bad game until Sunday.
So who's the other one y'all said besides?
Fuck, dude. No, man. I don't know. I'd rather take chances with the receiver maybe getting in the end zone.
Who are the Browns playing?
They got Washington.
They're playing Washington.
Oh.
I don't even want to touch the Titans at all.
Giants are playing Indy.
Singletary.
Yep.
And
in there.
Might have to say Pickens.
Either Pickens or Slayton for me. Even though, yeah. Because if you say Peoples-Jones, you're hoping for a special teams touchdown from him or some shit. Or you have receiving return yards.
It's a bad matchup for Pickens, but he's going to get more volume than like Slayton.
But Slayton could just and then get in like garbage time. You know what I mean? He does that shit. He's like,
Slayton usually catches a bomb too. Honestly,
that's what I'm saying. Like, and he slides in on the side for like 30 or 40 yards for a touchdown. I feel like I've seen that happen a few times.
I mean,
I could be biased for like that happening in the last couple of weeks.
Through the air.
I take back the Pickens against the Ravens. I don't like that.
He's just gonna get the most volume if you were to look at him.
Wait,
I'm gonna say Singletary and Slayton.
But the great Mike White is back, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Then it's decided.
All right, and then we got one from Frank over here.
Hey, Frank.
Let me see if he'll let me. Actually, we got two from Frank.
I need to plug in my phone to charge it because it's dying.
Put him in here. And pull him up on the screen. And Song, he said, yeah, last two games, Stevenson scored 3.3 points. All I needed was 11 points from that mofo. Yeah. All right, so here goes Frank. PPR, RB2 spot. McKinnon, Fournette, B. Rob, Wilson, Dobbins.
One of my joints too. I ain't gonna lie. The one I was the reigning champ.
I'm gonna say
I had 5 leagues, and all the ones I was the champ of. I came back to all playoffs, and that was the last one I had left. That was reigning champ. And I'm hot about that one.
Dylan and McKinnon.
So it's only one. So McKinnon.
McKinnon.
Yeah, McKinnon.
Yeah, only one.
Damn, hurts to see Dylan right now.
I do like Dylan though.
Man, Aaron Jones hurt me last week. Bad.
Oh yeah, that sucked. I had them both going though in one league, so it's like,
hey, well, look, son, this is a lesson in life. Hurt people.
Yep.
You're right.
There's something wrong with Aaron Jones right now. He's hurt, man.
Yeah, he is.
And
here goes the second one. Flex spot. So just one. Higgins, Mike Williams, Garrett Wilson, and then any of the previous backs. Yeah, it's got to be Higgins.
I made the mistake of sitting Higgins last week for Aaron Jones.
What?
Damn.
Why would you?
Aaron Jones.
I had Chase too, so I had to.
No, you didn't. You play both of them. It's called the buddy system. Like they're on the same team for buddies.
Just didn't feel right to say
roster management.
It's a stack.
I don't know.
You know what I mean? It's just the type of
like on heavyweights. Have them on the body system. You remember that?
Man, come on.
And Crispy says Shaq doesn't play. JJ Watt, Richie Grant, Jawan Bentley, or Demario Davis. Jawan. Yeah.
He's the only one I don't call Juwana Man.
Man, I can't believe JJ Watt's retiring. 9.5 sacks.
JJ Watt's gonna have a hell of a good game.
Oh
shit! Let's drop that.
JJ Watt's gonna kill it this game against fucking Ritter. And that shitty ass line, he's about to kill
he's
it.
like,
you need to figure out
about to have 2.5 sacks.
He's going out with
figure out how to
the retirement tour.
Figure out how to get him in at the D line spot because
he could have like one of those vintage games where he's like 2.5 sacks, interception and or fumble for return for a TD.
I mean, he might JJ swat a couple of them joints out the motherfucking sky right at the line.
He willed that team in 2012 to a playoff berth and then win, which was great. It was good.
They won a playoff game
with him. With Watt. Yeah, for sure. He won 2. He won 2 playoff games.
Yeah, with Bill O'Brien.
More than the
Texans have won 4 playoff games since '96. And they weren't
Same as
invented.
the Cowboys.
And they weren't invented until 2002.
Was it Gary Kubiak in them? Was it Gary Kubiak that drafted?
Yeah, Kubiak back then.
Yeah, that drafted them.
Yeah, we had Owen Daniels as the tight end. Motherfucker
we always got to keep a tight end. You
know what's funny? Great. And then later on, we had the famous fantasy gem, Arian Foster.
Yeah, Arian Foster.
Arian Foster.
You had Johnson. You had Andre Johnson.
He was great for like what, 1 year, 2 years?
No, he was great for like 2.5 years in fantasy. Like he put up like a fucking crazy ass like you had him and you started him in a game and it's like, holy shit, this guy just rushed for almost 300 yards. What the fuck?
Yeah,
just killing it back in the time with Matt Schaub, bro. With Matt Schaub. Just killing it with Matt Schaub.
Hey, remember earlier we were going down like the Shanahan rabbit hole, and like when Shanahan was when he was the head coach for the Broncos, Kubiak was the backup QB to John Elway. But then,
I forgot about that.
Then though, look at this. Even then, he had Kubiak as the acting OC as well. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was like the assistant or some bullshit. But so he was already like halfway coaching already. That's why Kubiak's scheme is just like Shanahan's. You know what I mean? That's why someone like an Arian Foster could be like, come right off a practice squad and just
I was going to say, Kubiak's early days in the Broncos, who did he have running the ball back there? Didn't he have fucking...
what's his name?
Dave? Yeah, Terrell Davis.
And
He's
Chris,
just like,
you know what's crazy? I think I played Juwan Bentley over Shaq Thompson either way, whether he's hurt or not.
Yeah, I would play Juwan, man. Anyway, I mean, he hasn't had anything lower than a double-digit game in hell of a long
So Kubiak went from Kubiak went from Arian Foster to Terrell Davis and still has
no. So he went from being with Shanahan under Shanahan, right? Mike Shanahan, and behind Elway. Then he went into coaching. I'm trying to remember where he went first, but he bounced around. Then ended up with I think Houston was his first head coaching shot.
I don't know. Houston was just like born. They're like, here's this new team made out of nothing. It was like a fucking Pokemon story. Like,
yeah.
Like
Marty's thinking.
We ain't seen the last of JJ. I don't think JJ would be the type of guy who would say he's gonna.
I would love for JJ Watt to come back and say, and he'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna buy the Houston Texans and I'm gonna coach it.
Yeah,
that'd be great.
He has the personality to where he could do whatever he wants, and he's smart.
Fuck yeah, yeah, he's great, dude. He won the
probably do some type
Walter Payton Man of the Year,
some type of broadcasting.
Oh, and when you said he's like your son's favorite player, I meant to also say mine, but like, I wanted to keep it short, and I just wanted to make it sure that my son totally loves him. But obviously, he's my favorite player as well.
You fucking love JJ Watt.
He remembered that from like days ago. He's like, "Fuck that shit."
I know that's your one day.
I'm a Texas fan.
And Frank, he said we think Diggs is back this week. Like it's tough to like say he's not gonna bounce back. I don't think the Bengals.
Listen, hell yeah, fuck yeah, he's gonna bounce back, bro. On a Monday night, and we might need a Monday night miracle with Josh.
Remember that Monday Night Miracle, Diggs and
assistance.
Remember that Monday Night Miracle, Diggs and Allen versus
they went for 3 against, and that was against the Patriots.
Yeah.
Defense. The Patriots defense was still the Patriots defense. Come on.
Yeah.
Diggs versus Chase head to head. Calling it now.
Dun, 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 dun.
Gabe or Tyler Algier? Kind of like Algier a little
bit.
Give me Tyler
Algier. Algier.
I'll take Algier, yeah.
Come with me to a land where you... I don't know the words, sorry. I think I got like all of them wrong, honestly. I know it's like I was trying to sound like that song from Aladdin where he's like in the talking shit in the beginning. Pull up the lyrics. I'll do that shit karaoke on the whim.
Dun, dun, ahead of the front line. One jump ahead of the side.
There you go. That's the one. There you go. You're an old soul.
I like the Robin Williams version. Fuck the Will Smith version.
Oh, dude, I saw that once. Sorry.
Aladdin goes hard, bro. Aladdin goes hard.
I
Sorry.
actually watched it. It was pretty tight, but it's like, yeah, fuck that.
I grew up on
on
Disney
Music
movies.
was the one. They just
Oh
redid all
man,
the
my sister had like the fucking albums on CD. Like that she bought those things. Anyway,
that
we had a
fucking
big
Whole
ass
New
fucking
World, bro.
surround sound with like Madonna and Dick Tracy, like all the movie albums. I don't know why we bought all the movie albums. We had those bitches.
Joints on
Napster
them,
didn't
that's why.
exist.
They had joints. You're right. Yes, Bogart. Yes, they had
It's
joints.
because
on them.
Napster didn't exist yet. That was why you bought those.
Yeah, it was the early '90s, bro. It was like all the way up to like '96, and then we were like, oh, they're like, we can get these in the mail. And then it was like, oh, we can. And then I was like, we can download these. And then it stopped.
What's the one where
Once my dad found out about internet.
They do a robbery on his boss. And
Horrible bosses.
Nothing to lose, right? I remember I bought the Nothing to Lose soundtrack because
Horrible
they had
Bosses,
a
that was a good
Masterpiece
one.
song. They had a Masterpiece song on there that you couldn't get anywhere else. And then they had a Cash Money song on there too that you couldn't get anywhere. It was on the soundtrack.
Banana.
Well, Masterpiece was the shit, man. Come on.
Like I'm saying,
Theo said Duggar or Jalen Ramsey for the finals. It's crazy because Duggar, he's been slowing down. And I think I'm gonna
Ramsey's just doing hella tackles.
Yeah, me too. Ramsey right now, which is weird.
It's because people. Well, I mean, when you're an elder statesman now, which he is, like, I mean, that people aren't scared to throw it his way. So now, like,
look, I'm gonna be real with you, Theo. I'm gonna be real with you, Theo. I have Duggar on a team, and I haven't started him all year, and he's just been on my bench. So y'all come and trade for him if you want him.
Right. I'll give you a fifth rounder for him. You don't like him, he's just on your bench.
I wasn't born yesterday, though.
All right,
I'll still give you a 6.
Talk to me after this year's draft, then, if you're gonna talk to me that way.
You gotta hit him out during the draft. You're like, listen.
Yeah, you might as well. Actually, I need another drink. But he has been on my bench, and you know what? I think I started him maybe once or twice this year.
And Theo said it's interesting how his value went down over the last couple weeks. I mean, it's a dude, Marcus Jones. He's just been doing more. And I mean, Duggar still. I mean, this past week.
Yeah, he's gonna be good.
I don't know what it is. I don't know why I was a little bit lower on him this past week, and he actually did end up doing a little bit lower. But I mean, shit, weeks 11 through week 15. Between 17 and 23 points, so he's still been balling. I mean, I don't know. It's just Marcus Jones for whatever reason. It's like he's taking work away from him.
Well, who did they play in that stretch, the 11 through 15? Because that'll explain it.
The Jets, Minnesota, Buffalo, Arizona, Vegas.
Okay, so those are all teams where it was like back and forth affairs where, you know what I mean? Like, got a lot of time on the field.
Yeah.
These last couple, I mean, he got 23 points in that. Did he do good in the Raiders game? Because that game was like a back and forth, ugly game.
Yeah, he had 20 points.
Yeah, see, and the Raiders be trying to run too. That's another thing too. He'll come down in the box. You know what I mean?
And Crispy said JJ or Jonathan Allen. I'm on the JJ side.
JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ.
And Ninja said, how did the Washington mascot do in points his first week back? Oh, man.
Us?
Oh, yeah, Theo, he did get the pick 6 in the Raider game. Huh? Yeah, that was fucking awesome. Because he actually was doing not that well in the points category.
Yeah, he got the pick 6 early, too. That was like...
No, was it early? I swear it was late.
Was it late? Oh, yeah, that was good for them to take the lead. That's right.
Because he was doing bad in that game tackle-wise. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe that was when I was like, man, because he didn't get no tackles that game. He ended up getting the pick 6. So by hook or by crook, I mean, he did get to that 20 points. But, yeah, it's just something I didn't want to chase. He only had like 3 tackles in that game. And then he only had 4 tackles in the last game. And that was it. Just 4 solos.
We're going to fucking war. I can feel it. I love it. We're on the eve.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Ninjas. I forgot. The Washington mascot is Chase Young. I don't even think he did anything last week.
Did he play last week?
Yeah, he played.
Yeah.
I guess he didn't make a difference.
He played against my Niners. We got Trent Williams and all kind of other motherfuckers that you know what I mean. That
6 points. 6 points.
Did he play all the snaps, or did he play limited?
I didn't even look at the snaps. I'm sure he was limited.
I see him have a better game this week.
I mean, they're playing Deshaun Watson. You know, he's going to get out of the pocket and stuff like that, and you know what I mean, and hold the ball a little longer. The offensive line's fairly good over there in Cleveland. I mean, that's what's funny is like Cleveland's line and Indy's line, they were top 5 in like all like you know run blocking, pass pro. Like that was last year. This year, not so much. You know what I mean?
He played 58% of the snaps.
Not bad.
AJ, can you handle the chat? I got to.
Yeah, I got you.
I got to run right now. Be back. I mean, depending on how long you guys are rocking, and because Bogey talked about Raising Cane so much the other day, I'm gonna hit that up on the way back from this air.
Yeah,
damn, that sounds fire, bro.
The Raising Canes goes crazy.
Their sauce, man.
Yeah,
yeah.
So I'll see you guys in the chat. Peace out, everybody.
Peace.
We got an interesting question to start off with here. Evans or Cooper? The Pooper Scooper.
Evans or Cooper?
I'm back.
I'm going Evans, bro.
It's crazy that
what I miss. Sorry.
I'm not mad at the Pooper Scooper though. Like he gets the targets, and Washington's not great. Their secondary is not great. They're a funnel defense, but like they're also opportunistic. You know what I mean? And I feel like
with JC Horn out, I like Evans this week.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like I don't know. And
Mike Evans.
Evans or Cooper?
Cooper. Fuck it, man. Mike Evans ain't doing shit. I don't care.
I'm going Mike Evans.
Yeah, I'm going Mike Evans too.
Give me Cooper and Deshaun Watson in desperation mode, saying, "I give it. Let me throw it to the guy who will try to make me look the best."
Because you never know, too, man. What's crazy is too is Carson Wentz can come out there and just like, you know what I mean, throw a pick six or some bullshit like that, or fumble it, and it goes back to the house. And now Cleveland already they're on their board, and it wasn't because of the offense. Like I've seen all kind of different scenarios, but you know, and then on the road.
I don't know, man. I sat Cooper last week and he put up 20. I sat Cooper the other week and he put up 15. I sat Cooper the other week and he put up 18. And it's like, how the fuck is this guy putting up these many points? So I'm just gonna keep starting.
Cooper put up that much in that nasty weather game. I don't have Cooper, so I don't know.
Yeah, he
bro, that's what I'm fucking telling you, bro. And it's in this, it's like a full PPR fucking first down bonus, like so all this bullshit. So he caught like 4 first down. I was like, man, fuck that. I'm gonna start Cooper.
That's funny.
I don't give a shit.
I hate Pooper Scooper, but you know what though? Based on that logic, okay, yeah, rock with it.
I have him.
Yeah,
I might as well
I hate
start him.
Pooper Scooper now too. Only when he was a Cowboy, I liked him.
I hate him too. He's on my team. I might as well start him. I drafted him way back when he was a Cowboy. So. You know, what can I do?
Worst trade in Cowboys history. By
whatever.
To be fair.
Not necessarily, but okay.
Cooper pick. Now we're calling T.O. up? That's the worst trade ever.
I mean, he didn't want to restructure. I don't understand what was going on there.
They didn't want to pay him. His contract was up.
Yeah, but he had like $20 million against like the cap. You know what I mean?
Nah, letting Romo just go. It was like, oh, okay.
It just didn't make sense.
Thinking we can do it with Dak. We're just going to be able to do it with Dak. We're going to do it with Dak. And guess what?
The proof's in the pudding. Like, you know what I mean? It was like.
Well, did they ever do it with Dak?
No, but I'm just saying that first year, like when Robo goes down, now it's Dak's rookie year. Then, you know, Dak starts week 1 because that happened to Romo in the preseason. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So here comes Dak week 1. And you know what I'm saying? And this is that Great Wall of Dallas 2.0. And it's the triplets 2.0 with Dead.
The Great Wall of Dallas.
Yeah,
is that what you called it?
Like this
the
was
Great
like,
Wall of Dallas.
Because you know, Uncle Jerry, he was always trying to rebuild what he had in the 90s. That's all. If you look at like
this is already preview for Uncle Jerry's kids, in case you just didn't know.
Starting tomorrow at 5:30, special edition for Thursday Night Football.
Who the Cowgirls play tomorrow?
The Titans.
Well, they should win that.
Should.
They got Malik Thrillless behind center over there for the fucking Titans. So
the Thrillless.
So they should be fine.
Man, I still think whoever's on the other side of Trevon can't cover a chair.
Oh my!
So I actually think that
Who? It's not Treylon Burks.
No, I'm talking about Trevon Diggs. I'm saying that.
No, there's nobody from the Titans.
No, but I'm saying, like, I could see a wide receiver have an interesting game because the secondary in Dallas.
But I'm saying who, because there's still nobody from the Titans.
Westbrook.
Not with Malik Willis throwing 8 passes a game. It ain't gonna happen. Is he alive? Is he still alive? Sorry, I'm here.
We gotta get into this.
I'm just
we gotta
rolling
get
a
into
joint.
this next question. You got Mac Jones or the Great White Mike?
What the hell's my camera? There you go. I'm here. Mac Jones or who?
The Great White Mike.
The Great White hype. That's not even a question. In my eyes, sorry.
Starting him.
What's an easy question? I speak
Juwan Johnson or Conklin with the Great White back?
Oh, that's kind of interesting because I don't know too much about them tight ends.
I'm gonna go Juwan.
You could roll either way, honestly. They say Taysom's gonna get like snaps.
I gotta see.
So just because Taysom being there, I'd probably roll Conklin with the Great White hype back. Who they playing?
Yeah, you know what? I'll play Conklin. The Jets.
But who they playing again?
The Jets are playing. Let me check that real quick.
See what they rank against tight ends.
Are playing the Seahawks.
Oh, that seems interesting.
Yeah, I'd play Conklin.
Cool. Yeah.
Marty says, I hope there's a TO segment tomorrow. We'll talk a little TO.
TO, 60 years old, is coming back to the Cowboys. He's going to save their season.
Actually came back.
And then he saved the Cowboys season. That would be like Jerry Jones being like, thank you, son, because that's what Jerry Jones wants to do. He wants to be like a 90-year-old guy there actually playing on the field, fucking saving the season for them when it comes clutch.
To me,
that's like what they'll never win.
Desperation that Jerry Jones is at to get
exactly. Thank you for just saying what it is.
That's all it is.
It's like, why are you even reaching out to him? Like, you sound like you're desperate.
OBJ was one thing because he could actually be good,
useful,
for a playoff game or two.
Yeah.
But T.O., what is he going to catch? One pass, then not touch the field again?
Oh, man.
It's just hard.
Oh, my God. The most gruesome injury in NFL history. Why did he ever come back? I already hear the announcers.
Last time he played was 2010. He was 37 the last time he touched the field, and that's already old.
Oh, bro, what? He's still, like, literally older than I am right now. I'm still holding on to 36. Oh, my God. Anyway.
Marty said it's going to be really, really tough with them.
I just dislocated my finger, so I retired from flag football. I was like, "Fuck this! I ain't doing it anymore."
Hustler said Cowboys are desperate. They are. I mean,
hell yeah! What the fuck?
I thought they were pretty desperate when they brought T.Y. Hilton into the mix, and now they're.
Oh, I forgot he caught a pass last week.
They and what a pass he caught is all I'm gonna say.
Okay.
But
suspect, but all right, cool. I guess you want to add a wrinkle into the offense. T.Y. forgotten is in the offense. It's like having AJ Green on your team. It's like, what's going on here?
It's different from AJ Green. AJ Green's like a big box. He's like a tall guy. Box him out.
And last year, AJ Green kind of had a good year last year. This year he went. Hey Marty, that's funny that you say that because I was like, man, they're calling T.O. and leaving Will Fuller out the mix. I'd rather have Will Fuller than T.O.
Will Fuller?
Yeah, who's Will Fuller? You mean Will Fuller?
Will Doubtfuller? Never play him?
Cheater?
Will Fuller.
The fucking PED user.
Will Doubtfuller?
I don't know, man. But
no, we don't talk about him here.
This is the most desperate I've seen the Cowboys.
Is he playing right now? No. Is T.Y. Hilton? Unfortunately, yes. And he still caught a pass. T.Y. Hilton is me. That's who I am right now in my career. I just got to retire.
Man, I still can't believe that play happened. That 3rd and 30 bomb to T.Y. Hilton.
Yeah, he saved the whole fucking game. Like, if he doesn't make that catch, the Cowboys probably lose.
No, if they don't make that catch, if he doesn't make that catch, the Cowboys for sure lose.
That's what we're saying. I said probably, but okay. You're the realist.
420 Fantasy Hustler, or Huss said, Mr. William Fuller.
Oh, no. That's too formal. Way too formal. I never had his... I contemplated getting his jersey for like half a second. when I was, when he was on the team.
Where are you going?
Because he was drafted by
Mac
the
or
Texans.
the Great White.
I'm going to the Great White Hope.
Great White. Great White.
Dang, Hustler said Mac.
Is my phone charging? I hope it's charging. Sorry, guys.
You know what's funny is like this, it's the things that coaches do, right? So they already diagnosed that Zach Wilson's not the guy. He's not a locker room guy. He's not a team guy. Then he's not producing on the field where they can tolerate that. So they're not tolerating that. And then you know what they do? It's more how you do with as a coach would, right? Like, look, Mike White, this your chance, okay, White Mike, this your chance to win this job. And if not, put a resume out there and get tape. So you can, you know what I'm saying, maybe move on somewhere else and get a job. But you know what I mean? So
that's what's up. Like, make him fucking fight for the job right now, right here at the end.
Because they're trying to bring the best out of the Great White Hope because they're still in the hunt too. You know what I mean?
300-yard game guaranteed. 300-yard game, two TDs and probably 2 picks, but still guaranteed.
1 or 2 picks too.
Yeah, for sure. But that's fine because he don't care. You know who he is?
He's liable to throw like for.
You know who the Great White Hope is? He's Tony Romo reincarnated.
Don't do that. He's the Great White.
But remind me of anybody who isn't like kind of like coming up.
Has no dimples.
Yeah, I'm just saying about the way he plays though. Like just gonna throw it up, give you a chance. He's like a fucking backup, and then all of a sudden, Anyway. I wanted AJ to try to run with Romo, but it didn't work, so never mind.
AJ probably hates Romo, huh?
No, I like Romo.
No, I could see it in your face. It's okay, AJ.
I feel like AJ hates the Cowboys.
I like Romo's like all-time leading in everything for the Cowboys except for Super Bowls.
For real? The fuck?
Well, Dak is.
I don't look up Cowboy stats, so
Dak is the single-season touchdown thrower leader. For the Cowboys.
Romo has a top 10 QBR in NFL history for passers.
God, Romo should have fucking played his last year in Houston instead of being a bitch. And the same thing
he won 90 games, lost 62 in his career, so he was.
And the same thing with Peyton. If either of those motherfuckers did that, they would have won a Super Bowl that one year when J.J. Watt was at the height of his shit. He was scoring touchdowns all over the place, defense, offense.
True. 2 playoff.
Nobody wanted it.
Not one, Marty. But 2
the timing didn't fucking work out.
Kubiak was there too.
That's what I'm saying, but the timing didn't work out. It's all good. There's some cool stuff happening in the 10 years into the franchise.
Peyton Manning was going to go to the Niners, bro.
I heard
that's where Brady's going next year, either San Francisco or Las Vegas.
Brady can sit on a fucking avocado fucking
Damn, I want to see Brady in San Francisco.
Why do I want that?
Why do I want that, bro?
Did I just say that? Sorry.
Hey, listen, I would love that. You know I mean?
Of course you would love that.
I would love
that 2 years
Tom
ago.
Brady to
I would have loved that 3 years ago in 2019.
Put an avocado pit in his pussy.
In 2020, we could have had Brady, but we chose to stay with.
Bro, you're sitting Purdy right now. What you talking about?
Listen,
for Brady though.
No, I said sitting Purdy, bro. That went over your head.
No,
sitting
I'm talking
Purdy?
about in 2020 when he went. It was down to the Niners or the Bucks. Like this is how the story goes. And then like he wanted.
Were y'all in contention for a Super Bowl?
He wanted to go to the Niners, and then the Niners was like, "Nah, Jimmy's our guy." You know what I mean?
That's when the fucking Niners lost the Super Bowl. That's when Shakira shook her ass. That's all I remember.
No, this is the year that Jimmy got hurt and Bosa tore his ACL. This is that year, the COVID year.
Is that the year Shakira shook her ass or not? What year was that?
That was the year that the whole 49ers team got hurt, right?
But what year was the year that Shakira shook her ass?
Was that 2019?
I want to say
either 2018 or 2019.
But I felt like the Niners were in that Super Bowl, so that's like the same year.
Hey, Shakira's only like 4'11" too, or 5 foot flat, 5'2" maybe at most.
J-Lo.
Yeah, she has the same measurements as my wife. I'm not even joking, but anyway. Shakira. Anyway, she's pissed off at me. That's why I'm over here in the garage. What's going on?
He's in the literal doghouse right now.
Yeah, you see this? Doghouse.
Like, throw some Shakira on. He's like, listen, baby.
I should throw it on and see what happens.
No, it's a fucking rap.
I'm just saying, I should throw it on and see what happens. Maybe the mood will change. Anyway.
Shakira, the tax fraudster.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, she did that?
For sure. She going to check me out to prison.
You know why she probably made hella money? Because once you do the Super Bowl, first of all, you do that for free, but then your album's hella sale and shit. You know what I'm saying?
She didn't fucking know.
She's fuck it. What is she, Brazilian?
That's what I say when I'm fucking rich. I'm like, I didn't.
Okay, this year we got Rihanna.
I pay all the taxes.
Hell yeah. Rihanna's one of them ones too. She got a big ass forehead.
I was about to say that. Like, you didn't even think about her ass. It's like she's straight up forehead.
Because I remember the rumor.
Good brains.
I remember the rumors coming out.
Good brains.
But you know, she gotta have the swoop bangs though. I'm like, listen, baby, you gotta have the swoop bangs. So you cover half that thing because damn, your forehead's hella big.
It's still too much. It's still too much now. Sorry.
I remember the rumors coming out at first that it was going to be Taylor Swift the Super Bowl, and I was like,
she just had a
she had that whole. She has that whole Planet of the Apes look. I'm sorry.
She just had a baby with
the deep bang, the deep bangs.
Rocky.
Yeah, she just had a baby with A$AP Rocky, and he got a big ass dome too. So you know that baby's got a big ass.
Gonna have a fucking cranium.
I just saw A$AP Rocky on some fucking mushroom documentary.
Tight. Yeah, he's like an advocate for like LSD and all that shit.
Yeah, he was like, I shot a fucking rainbow out my dick or some shit. That's exactly what he said, bro.
Hitting Fergie, before Fergie blew up, he was the one hitting that shit.
No, it was some other bitch, I'm sure. It's back in the day. He said the first time I ever fucking whatever, but he said it was not long ago. Maybe it was Fergie. Who knows?
A thick ass Australian thing.
Hell yeah.
She seems like everything. Like she's like, don't touch me because everything's like sunburnt.
Iggy. It was Iggy. There you go. Iggy Azalea. Yeah, because
I was gonna say everything seems sunburnt on that bitch. But anyway, it's all gravy.
Fergie was the one fucking that was with Black Eyed Peas. Yeah, Fergie was Fergie.
Yeah, she's so 2008.
What's her name though? What's that? Iggy Azalea. She was thick. That's the one A$AP Rocky was hitting.
Oh well, then we had it all mixed up.
Yeah, no, not Fergie. Fergie was like kind of
Iggy Azalea, the one that used to be with Swaggy P.
Yeah, she was with Swaggy P too after A$AP Rocky.
She was with Swaggy P and all of the Lakers.
She was fucking all the Lakers for sure. I seen it. I was there. So fancy. You already.
What a time.
Rainbow. She had rainbow semen all over her.
What a time to be alive.
This motherfucker was like, a rainbow shot out my penis. I was like, bro, I've been there. But I didn't want to say nothing because my wife and I were watching the documentary. So I was just like, yeah. I just started laughing instead.
I remember watching Wolf of Wall Street for the first time with my girl, and that's the first time she's watching. I'm hella dying. She was like, "You ever been like that?" I'm like,
"It's like no."
Like change.
Bro, my girlfriend hates that movie, but I fucking love that movie. I was trying to watch it earlier. She was like, "Nah."
I've had several Wolf of Wall Street moments. That's why I was dying so hard watching that shit.
Fuck yeah! Like the part when they have to strap him to the plane because he was going fucking nuts with all the people on the air.
Word.
Very offensive. We got a question from
very upset. Yeah, what's that?
We got a question from Che. He says, "Sup, my dudes? Let's fucking go." I'm guessing he made the championship. Let's
fucking go.
He said, "Full PPR start to Ken Walker, Alvin Kamara, Rashid White, Najee Harris, and Jamal Williams."
So Jamal's not in this equation. We're not starting him.
And I'm gonna put him on my bench too.
I'm gonna say Ken, and I'm gonna say
I like Ken and Najee.
I like Rashad this week a little bit too.
I don't know, man. It's just like it's PPR, so it's like
Najee, to me, it's whoever's going full go, like for sure. Obviously,
I like Ken and Najee too. You can't go wrong with Najee.
Yeah, but it's you know what it is too. Is like I already know. I figured out what it was like a month ago, maybe like up 6 weeks ago with Ken Walker. He's like every player's touchdown dependent. You can say that, but he's like big play dependent. You know what I mean? Like he's been getting a workload, and it doesn't transpire. Especially like he's been getting these bad run defenses too. Or not bad.
How do you think Kamara fares against the Eagles?
I mean, see, that's the one thing I'm stuck on. I'm hung up on right here is because that is how you attack them. But it's like,
I mean, Pollard and Zeke were non-factors last week, both of them.
But it was Atlanta though. I'm talking about. Oh, we're talking about when Kamara went crazy. What were you talking about?
I was saying that last week the Philadelphia Eagles shut down Pollard and Zeke, so to me it's kind of hard to start Kamara.
Yeah, but I mean, I could chuck that up to a divisional thing because that's the one thing. Like, it's like if Kamara was getting some targets too. This was kind of tough because if I had a flex, I would start those three. You know what I mean? I would start Alvin, Walker, and goddamn Najee.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna roll with Walker and Najee though.
I'm with it. That's my initial thing.
Open 24 hours says what's up.
What up? What up, Open? What's happening?
Song got a question for us. Michael Carter or Jamali Mall?
It'd be Carter just because Jamali Mall is probably, you know what I mean? He got a sprain like MCL. That's not any good.
Yeah, I'm there too. Same
and
shit.
Then he says nobody in the waivers, so he has to go Carter or Jamal.
It's gonna be Carter then.
It's gonna be Carter.
And at least it's against Seattle. They're like a bottom 3 run defense. So you know what I mean? And like the split is damn near 50-50, you know what I mean? Between him and the Gotham Knight.
Damn, I can't wait till that shirt gets here that I ordered Peacock so I can wear it on stream.
Which ones you get? Oh no, actually don't tell me. Surprise.
It's a surprise. I'll just say this though. I didn't get any of the players. I got something to represent the brand.
Nice.
Oh, you're talking about from our website?
Yeah.
Oh, badass. Yeah, appreciate you, man.
Let him know about the website, Peacock.
It's oh shit, hold on.
See, I think I can get the. Let me see. Give me a second.
It's on the bottom of my handle here. My wrist hurts from falling on my skateboard so many times. I gotta get a brace.
Man, skating's hard. I don't think I could never.
Yeah,
I was riding a ripstick for a little bit, and it was pretty fun. But I can't skate.
Well, that's also fun. Like it's fun when you're grooving, dude, and you're going. But like I was buzzing though, and I got on my board, and I was like, and I fell off. I was like, fuck, why do I do this when I'm buzzing?
Yeah, like when I was younger, I didn't give a fuck about getting hurt too. So it's like because that's how.
Yeah, when you're younger, it's fine, but when you're old, it's like, oh, I'll be hurt for like a week and a half.
My neck and my back.
Yeah, exactly.
And then also too, by the time I was a teenager, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think I skated all the way until I was like 15. You know what I mean? By the time I was 15, they used to have a van skate park at the mall.
Nice.
It was like a legit fucking, you know what I mean, indoor joint, bro. They had everything, all the half pipes, and they had pools, and man, that shit was dope. I was already getting down.
I'm just here by my arcade with this neon shit.
Got one more question from Che.
Let's go.
With those running backs from earlier, he got Ken Walker, Kamara, Rashad White, Najee Harris, and Jamal Williams. And then he says he's rolling with Godwin, Lamb, and Keenan Allen for his wide receivers and flex. So he's saying he should he switch any of those running backs for those guys?
Nah,
you got to roll.
I mean, I guess like if you were worried about Keenan Allen like not playing the entire game, but
Keenan Allen was solid last week. He did about what Huss.
Well, I'm talking about because the Chargers, people are just there's this talk like they don't need to play all their guys. Or like not playing. They're in danger of not playing a full game. Like but you know what too is I happen to believe that Baker and them make it a game too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I'm playing. Yeah, and then I'm playing Harris and Walker.
I mean, but as it stands, if Baltimore loses a game or loses out, I'm pretty sure Chargers would rather jump to that 5 spot and play Jacksonville than play Cincinnati or Buffalo.
I don't know. They got rocked by Jacksonville already this year. I think they're just gonna take it however it comes, man.
Yeah.
Pause.
I mean, shit.
Take it however it comes.
But yeah, Che, stick with what you got rolling. Don't change anything up.
Sure, I'm pretty good now.
And Marty said,
you know what? I'm not gonna
snowboarding
lie.
is
I
fun.
feel like they're hitting me too right now.
Run that back, AJ.
Marty says snowboarding is fun. Doesn't hurt as much when you eat shit. Talking to
I bet, dude.
But here's the thing, though. It's like I used to snowboard too, and I remember when I was first learning. You know, I'm thinking like, okay, I'm gonna pick this up because I'm a skating ass motherfucker. You know, I was like,
you didn't, right? It's totally different.
And, like, what's crazy is like,
that
you know, when you eat shit, that motherfucker's attached to your feet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
That shit just, I remember twisting
to
up
hop
and getting
off.
all fucked up hella times. But like, snowboarding is hella fun. But I never got good enough at snowboarding where I'm jumping off of shit and doing fly shit.
I don't know. I'd be scared to do that shit. And then Song says, if Tua Fish sits out, I got Purdy, Minshew, or should
he's
I
out
pick
already,
up,
right?
Or he's already out. I got Minshew, Purdy, or should I pick up Teddy B?
Now we're going with the Ginsu. Slices and dices.
I'm going with the Ginsu.
I said it last week. The Ginsu is going to be a top 5 play. You know what I mean? Even and people. I mean, I think people are more scared of Cowboys defense because they are good and whatnot. But like, yeah, I mean, fantasy, bro, they still give up shit, bro. That's why they don't. That's why they're not closing all these games like you know you would assume they would.
And then Song asked, Hurts coming back? I don't think he plays this week, if I'm being honest.
Yeah,
no, I don't think so either.
I think they're going to leave it all for him to come back week 18 and to secure that.
Yeah, and for Song's sake, like say Jalen Hurts does play, then you just pivot to Brock. Yeah. Excuse me, the Brock.
The Purdy.
Got a homie in the Twitch chat dropping the Eagles emojis.
Fly Eagles fly.
After the Cowboys beat them, you can say cry Eagles cry.
Ooh. He's been saving that one.
Man, I just didn't like when everybody got on television was like, yeah, they played Minshew as a backup and he gave up 4 turnovers and blah, 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 when they barely beat Cooper Rush and he threw 3 interceptions. I
mean, listen, bro, people remember yesterday. They're not going to talk about what happened early on in the year. Only I do that.
And the defense was a lot better than it is now.
I mean, the offensive line, baby. The offensive line is what's been like way better. I'll say that much.
Yeah,
the secondary got that one glaring hole. It's just on the other side of Trayvon Diggs.
And Derek's crazy for saying like you may hate Anthony Brown, but he's way better than anything they're wheeling out there right now, man.
I mean, Bland has been better than like Joseph, right? They used to have Joseph being.
They're sitting Joseph out. He only plays special teams now. They're putting.
That's what I'm saying. Like
they're putting
switching him out with Bland's been way better, quote unquote.
Since Bland started playing, he has 5 picks. That already leads the Cowboys.
What is he? A rookie?
He's a rookie.
Oh shit,
he's only been playing since the Indianapolis game.
You know what? Too, if Dan Quinn's a guy that has the same. Remember, this was like the all defense draft you guys had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like Dan Quinn, he might have some say in there. You know what I mean?
I think they do that again this year. Go all defense in the
draft. I mean they did it last year and this year. Yeah.
I saw a thing today that Parsons said that he's going wherever Dan Quinn goes. So that's kind of scary.
Who said that?
Parsons. Micah Parsons.
Yeah. I mean, that's also just like something you throw out there when you want to leverage like the organization to be getting ready to pay you the big ass bag.
To the Niners.
How do you feel about this, Bogey? Peanut Butter and Jelly said, hot take, Trey Lance to Miami.
Oh, I'll be right back. I'm going to make a peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, I mean, that would nice. That would mean that they're trading away Tua somewhere. You know what I mean? And like, that would also entail like, it doesn't mean to me like, oh, Purdy's our guy moving forward. Like, I think they would still like
because it's going to be Brady next.
Try to bring in a Brady, trade for a Rodgers, or they're trying to do something. They're not like, but also too the fact that the reason why I still think that they keep Lance and give him like a not a chance but a solid shot at it is because
give Lance a chance. Give Lance a chance. There's a T-shirt right there.
It's a rookie contract.
Give Lance.
Well, remember,
it was Lance a chance. That's a T-shirt.
Well, it was hashtag take a chance on Lance when I wanted us to draft him because I remember that was even when we were on the snap, but we were on the sports meet hella tough during that time. I had us trading up and then trading up to get him, and then it happened. You know what I mean? I was like, whoa, I've never been like
but
that.
I gotta
right?
have him
You know
in like a compromising position.
Man, that's what San Francisco's like. We're gonna take Mac Jones for the meme, and they're trying to trick everybody, and then they just ended up grabbing Lance.
Well, because here's the thing: is like Lance has that Patrick Mahomes like esque, you know what I mean? Like where it's like, you know, the off schedule and the unorthodox throws with, you know, the sidearms or even just the flick of the wrist and go.
That's how I feel about Trevor Lawrence.
He's very
Lawrence.
Exactly.
But he's very hella raw though. Here's the thing: he's hella raw, and
he's very Davis Mills esque.
I hope he's smart. Like I hope Lance is smart because Lance, like Lance got to be smart, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about like, you know, as in like QB IQ because this is gonna be his third year in this
like
system,
from Stanford.
So hopefully he got it down, bro. You know what I mean?
Crispy says Hodgins, Algier, Hawkinson, or Pickens.
You're gonna lose.
Damn.
I'm just joking.
Hey, Hodgins has been hot.
Hodgins, Hodgins is hot. Do you have the heart, you cowboy fanatic, to start Hodgins?
Hawkinson might be interesting though. Vikings still have something to play for.
Oh no, I would. Oh, I didn't even see Hawkinson in there. I'm just joking
I
around.
would play DeAndre Hopkins, bro.
What does he need? Just one?
It's Hodgins, Algier, Hawkinson, or Pickens.
Oh, it's
but he only needs one.
Yeah,
I'd probably play Algier.
Algier, boo boo. Baba Aliabi.
Man,
yeah, I'll probably play Hawkinson, bro. I mean Hawkinson, Al Boo Boo.
That's what I said.
Speaking of Hawkinson, y'all think the Packers slide in to the 7th spot in the playoffs?
I mean, shit.
I don't know about that shit.
They're one of the most improbable teams to make it last week. They needed,
but they probably will.
And it happened.
They needed like
improbable to probable.
They needed to win. You know what I mean? And that shit happened. So I'm not, you know, anything. I mean, I've seen Aaron Rodgers before when he told everybody to relax, and then he said, I think we could run the table, and then they never lost the rest of the way until
what the fuck was that about? So I'm scared of that shit too.
You know what I mean?
But he did just lose a couple of guys, so who knows?
They lost to the Falcons in the NFC Championship, another one of those overtime joints where like he just didn't get the coin flip.
Yeah, that's back when Matt Ryan was like the shit.
I mean, he was the MVP that year. He was with Shanahan. You know, Shanahan's going to bring the best out of a QB. That's why I think, like, we'll get one more shot at Lance. You know what I mean?
Guys, age don't know that.
We'll have Purdy. I mean, listen, maybe I'm talking different if Purdy wins us the Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow, that's crazy. But if that
there's
happens,
no way you move off Purdy.
It's the Cinderella stories of all Cinderella stories. He's Mr. Relevant, but I try not to talk about my team.
Brock Purdy. There's going to be country songs written about him.
You think Purdy winning it would be more impressive than Foles winning it?
No, nothing's more.
There'll be a statue of Purdy outside of
impressive because of the fashion he did it too. Like against
he went crazy, bro. He went crazy.
Brady, yeah, like people don't even never talk about how Brady threw for 500 in that game. You know what I mean? Because you know what I'm saying? It was just like a fucking crazy shootout.
No, because it was all his receivers doing all the work. That's what people are going to say. It's like, oh, you don't think that he had to deliver the football?
One.
Yeah. Did he catch one?
Yeah,
he caught one. The Philly special.
Oh, you're talking about Foles?
Yeah. I mean,
Brady
they tried to do a trick play with Brady too, where before the Philly special, where Brady got out and then they threw the ball to Brady, but he dropped it.
Didn't Foles have a pretty rough?
Dude, I posted a thing about Brady looking like Brock Osweiler, and then they came back and they won that fucking game.
Nick Foles has done some funny shit, bro. Like, look at this. So, like, early on when I started doing a podcast shit, I used to always say this on my shit, and when I used to get on other people's stuff and say the shit I would say, they used to like fall out because I used to be like, "White Jesus loves Nick Foles."
Well, I'm on another person's podcast and I'm going inside to make a sandwich, but I'm putting myself on mute.
Yeah, all good. Well, because here's the thing. White Jesus loves Nick Foles because, like, so he was the guy that Andy Reid drafted, right? First of all, Andy Reid drafted him. Then the next year they give Andy Reid the boot, and then they bring in Chip Kelly, and they have they bring in Michael Vick, right? I'm not bringing Michael Vick. They have Michael Vick. And then here's Mike Vick. a couple weeks in, then he gets hurt, hamstring. Not a couple weeks in, like deep into the season. And then Nick Foles comes in, right? And he takes him to the playoffs that year. But what's crazy is like there was a game that year where he played against it was in Oakland against the Raiders, obviously. And he threw 7 touchdowns to tie like the most ever thrown in a game, right? Crazy. Like this is like Nick Foles' resume, right? Then he takes them to the playoffs. They lose to the Saints. It was like a crazy snowy game.
I remember that.
Yeah, and I think in Philly. And then the next year, and then he bounces around, just to fast forward, he bounces around, and then he ends up with the fucking Eagles. And but it's funny though, because wherever he's at, he gets the starting gig at one point. Even like
that year, he started for the Rams for a couple games, right?
Yep. And then he even ended up with the Chiefs at one point. He ended, before, he ends up with the Chiefs at one point, and that was the one year that Andy Reid didn't make the playoffs with the Chiefs because Alex Smith got hurt. And then here comes, like I said, White Jesus loves him. He probably prays, please, White Jesus, give me a starting gig. Just anything happen. And then, then here's Carson Wentz. He's having an MVP year. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's funny too, because that year before he goes to the Eagles, the Eagles, they picked him back up. They had him and Sam Bradford. Then they trade. Oh, I think they cut. Yeah. They cut.
Bradford stunk it up, so they cut him.
Yeah, they cut Nick Foles. He goes to the Rams, and so 2016, it's him, Case Keenum, and rookie Jared Goff with the Rams, right? All 3 of them are there, and then all 3 of them start at one point too. You know what I'm saying? Because they're all better than Goff, and then Goff finally like closes the year as a starter. But then like 2017 comes around, and now it's funny, they fire Jeff Fisher, bring in Sean McVay, but Jeff Fisher's the one that had all those tools.
Yeah.
And then in 2017, they all have success. Case Keenum goes behind Bradford.
Has the most. Case Keenum that year has probably one of the most unlikely years that I've seen just from a backup standpoint, bro. He was in the Pro Bowl.
No, he didn't. Because the most unlikely one was Nick Foles to go on to win a Super Bowl and be Super Bowl MVP. Come on.
They played each other in the
NFC title game.
Yeah.
But see, and then look at Jared Goff got to the playoffs with Sean McVay, obviously, and then what is it called? But even before that, like I think the Eagles even traded for Nick Foles before the year started that year. They're like, bring him back. They traded for him for like nothing, but it was like, you know what I mean. And then boom, he comes in and just has that magical fucking.
And I remember everybody being like, this. It won't be that different. He knows the offense already. He's been here before.
Because there was guys like in the building. There was guys like Bill Lazor who was there with Chip Kelly, but they kept him on. Doug Peterson was from the Andy Reid shit. They obviously he was the head coach, but you know what I'm saying. Then you had Frank Reich, who's also like with the Andy Reid coaching tree. You know what I mean? So they all he just fit right in. You know what I mean?
King D has a question. You got Cowboys or the Niners D this weekend? Or tomorrow versus weekend?
I just play the Niners.
Yeah, I'm playing the Niners. Not trying to live off of what the Cowboys do on Thursday night.
See, I'm not mad at playing them too, but the scheme that that the Raiders run, they're gonna throw the ball more, you know what I mean? And we got a good pass rush. They got a bad line. Probably going to be winning this game, so we're going to be able to like rush the passer a lot. Ball's going to be flying. We're going to turn it over. I like that.
Hufunga's going to get a pick this week.
Like they're going to with no Derrick Henry, they're still going to try to run like crazy. We're going to need some fumbles and shit like that. And we'll get Cowboys are going to get some sacks. They'll probably get a handful. I mean, because Malik Willis, he's going to be holding the ball a lot.
He's going to run into trouble. I see him running into trouble a couple times.
Yeah, and you know what? I went down Malik Willis, throws a couple picks too. It's really pick your poison, but I'm just gonna play the number one.
I trust the Niners team more.
I'm playing against Stedman, bruh. At least Stedman's not gonna run around. He's gonna stay still, and we could peg his ass.
Song says if Purdy takes us to the Super Bowl and wins, he will be the future. If Lance, I love Lance, but Purdy looking so Purdy out there.
Yeah, and we haven't seen nothing from Lance for real. We've seen flashes. Purdy's like winning games, that like meaningful games. Like Purdy sewed up the division for us. You know what I'm saying?
And then Marty says Eagles blew us way out this year, talking that championship game in 2017. They did. I remember that. And they said, but the Minneapolis Miracle was cool. I remember watching that live thinking, damn, All they had to do was tackle him, and they couldn't do that.
I mean, he tried to do the Madden hit stick on him. He just tried to hit him as Marcus Williams. Marcus Williams, he's dope with the Ravens right now. But like I think that was his rookie year, and that's just a rookie mistake. Like, you hit him, and you should have wrapped him up right there. You hit him, and then Diggs was gone. Diggs recovered from the hit and was gone. So like absorbed it and kind of, you know what I mean?
With your 49ers expertise, Fantasy Ninjas is asking, does CMC play limited snaps this week?
It's not limited. It's just when it's meaningful.
Yeah.
So like if he's gonna be the guy, we probably this is what I see for us. We move the ball down, and if we don't get it from afar, we get close, and punching in with CMC. That's just like anytime you're getting down in the red zone, CMC is gonna get a shot at getting you a touchdown, whether it's through the air or on the ground. So like, and that's and we'll get that quick and early. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, we've even seen Purdy throw bombs to CMC, like that touchdown he scored. So
yeah, I mean, Raiders are one of the worst against the tight end too. So it's like there's that. Like, you know what I mean? Is their game? What's their game plan as a defense? Are they going to like?
You're saying another big Kittle week?
I mean, Kittle could probably be like he could probably be a league winner. I mean, he has two back-to-back, multiple touchdown games at the tight end position. He's doing better than Kelsey so far in this fantasy playoff stretch. So, like, yeah, I think like he's in for another big game. You know what I mean? I mean, but see, it's got to happen early too, though. Here's one thing about what's dope about Kittle is that Kittle has been shown to be the trusty third down look whenever we need to like sustain a drive. Just so we can like close the game out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so it's like, it'll be like the end of the game and you get like another, like, oh, it's 3rd and 12 and like you get another 13-yard reception. You're like, yeah. You know what I mean? Because you probably, you're not going to get that from Ayuk or any of those. And when it's that type of game script, you know what I mean? But like Kittle is the third down look. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? If it's third and long, like he's the look.
Song says Debo looking to come back.
I like that. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they say there's a good chance he plays, but this is Shanahan, bro. He said there's a good chance he plays, but he didn't say for sure, did he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think we got another question from King D. He says Goff or Fields this week. And I can only start 2, Cooper, Judy, and Waddle, half PPR.
I think it'd be Goff for me.
I'm going Goff too, and then I think I'm going Judy and Waddle.
Yep.
And half PPR.
Yep.
Man,
I don't know.
These fantasy championships are gonna be intense. The most I've been in 1 year.
For sure, me too.
In my young fantasy football career, I wouldn't say young, but this last year and this year were like the first 2 years I took it obsessively.
This is year number 9.
Nice.
All right. I got 13 titles to my name.
Respect that. I got about seven titles to my name.
And then, you know what I'm saying, I have 7 shots at adding some more.
Check this out. King D said he's going against his son in the championship this week.
Hey, well, you know what? You got to let him know. Listen,
you got to let him know who's. Hey, I'll tell you what, though.
Listen, son, this might not be your time, son.
From the son's perspective, I beat my dad in a championship before, so it happens.
Ooh.
And it kind of sucks because all my dad's friends say I'm better at fantasy than him, and he takes that shit to heart. I know he does.
I mean, shit, you do the content now, so you know what I mean? We don't depend on luck. I'll tell you that much.
Try not to. But sometimes it just works out that way. Like
good old-fashioned luck, though. You know what I mean?
Me beating Crispy last week was some luck. Some luck got involved with that. But the Cinderella story continues.
I'm usually on the other side of someone else getting lucky. Or whatever you would consider luck. Fluke shit, whatever.
Nice. Song says he's in 1 championship out of 9 leagues, I'm guessing. And he says he got Kirk and JJ for his quarterback and wide receiver stack.
I like it. You know what I mean? But this is a different Packers team from week 1.
Hey, didn't JJ go crazy week 1 too? 180 yards. Yeah. I think I think the Packers win this game. I'm being serious. I really think they win this game. I think they play JJ hard. And then King D says he's trying to go back to back in the championship. He's playing with his son. You gotta let him know who's the champ.
And the son, he's trying to be the incumbent. He's like, I'm the heir to the throne, pops.
Yeah, for sure. You
I
can't.
love it. This is one for the ages.
It's always fun playing in the same league as your dad or family members, because when you do win, they're like, "Damn, I didn't know you were like that." And then after that, they know.
Or you get to see the best is because you get to see them motherfuckers all the time. You know what I mean? Or at least at least you get to see them. Period. Right? And talk shit. You know what I mean?
Marty says he's never heard me predict a Vikings win. Hey, I get pretty close to all of them too. 10-0 against one-score games. Man, but I was watching that shit live.
And when the Vikings were red hot, you definitely predicted the Cowboys would douse them.
No, I said right now. I came out on here and said the line's too sketchy. Cowboys win in this game. That's what I said. I didn't think they were gonna freaking dog walk them, but it happened like that.
You guys might go into Minnesota week 1 somehow. Watch. Or week 1, play the wild card week.
I think the most likely outcome is Cowboys and Philly if they get past Tampa.
Oh, wow! Cowboys Philly part 3 right out the gate.
That would be crazy. Got to get past Tampa first. But this is for everything, bro. Dak and Jalen both on the field.
And we finally see Dak versus Jalen. Jalen's trying to get his bag,
and
too.
Nick Sirianni and the Eagles have never beat the Cowboys when Dak's starting.
Wow, that's a good stat.
Or in Dallas.
That's a good stat.
But, I mean, you can't say much because last year they dog-walked Philly both times. But Jalen was still learning. This is a completely different team. A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith together are crazy.
Yeah, with Jalen rushing too. You know what I mean? That's just – I mean, who do they got? They got the Saints, then the Giants. You guys got Tennessee, and then who?
Washington.
Oh, this is a great script here. You know what I mean? You can't write this any better.
What's crazy is if the Eagles find a way to lose, because, I mean, the Giants are going to be playing for everything week 18. They're not going to sit anybody. They're going to go out there and try to win that game. So
yeah, hell yeah. And they're trying to hurt y'all in the process.
So I don't know. This is still not over. Vikings can still be the 1 seed. The Niners can still be the 1 seed. The Cowboys can still be the 1 seed as we speak.
It's good. For the amount of bad football, like the product, like that visually this year, like we saw a lot of bad football games. Like it's made like the 17-week season makes for the great script of drama in the end. You know what I mean? This is drama. I love it.
And we even get Miami and the Jets week 18. There's a bunch of games that are going to determine the last spots in the last week. We got the Lions and Packers week 18.
Yep. All meaningful games.
And Marty says, yeah, we likely got the Niners either home or away if we win round 1. Man, that's scary. That's scary for Minnesota.
Well, Minnesota, see, this is why you don't see the Niners round 1, is because Minnesota won the division.
Yeah. Minnesota's going to play. Man, I got to say, if I'm a Minnesota fan,
Minnesota's going to host one of those wild card teams. That's why I said.
How do you feel about Minnesota if they host Green Bay in the first round?
That's good
scary.
drama right there. But
That's
scary. Green Bay still got to make it in there. And like, you know what I mean? Like there's still, not only do they have to win out, they need the Lions to lose out. You know what I mean?
But then that's where it flips. If Green Bay gets in,
they need Seattle to drop hella games too.
There's a good chance that all the Green Bay has to do is win out, and Washington has to lose one game. And Green Bay's
that's how it is. Okay.
And the Cowboys play Washington week 18. So I mean, Green Bay could get in, and that's where it changes everything. If the Packers find a way to beat Minnesota, then it would be San Francisco and Dallas.
Minnesota.
It would be San Francisco and Dallas in week in week 2. I mean, in the divisional round in Philly and Green Bay.
Minnesota.
If you're asking me, would I rather play Philly or the 49ers? I'm taking Philly.
That's pretty arrogant of you.
To play, you're telling me as the Cowboys team, if you're the Cowboys, you'd rather play the 49ers over
like,
Philly?
The Eagles are one of the baddest. Like, I don't know. Like, I'd probably rather play like the inexperienced.
No matter how it's constructed, the Cowboys are going to play the Niners or the Eagles.
I love the Brock. He's a great story. But see, I have zero expectation. That's why, like, I have all the expectation as far as I know my team's coached well.
We saw it last year, man. We saw it last year when they went to Dallas.
I know. I'm just saying, like, you know, this kid's like learning on the fly at the same time too. Situational football. You know what I mean? Like, we haven't gotten these games where it got away from us. Like, okay, there's a couple games this year that got away from us. Like, obviously, the game against the Chiefs came out, shredded us, right? And you know what I mean? Then now here's Jimmy. It's like, oh, great, we're not going to win this game at all.
I think the 49ers can do it, man. I saw them completely beat down the Bucs with Brady there. I mean, like,
but Brady's line was so bad, and our friend Seven is so nasty that it's just like, and you know, okay, as simple as it is, you know how it is to stop Brady, or you hit him, get him off his mark. Yeah. You hit him, hit his receivers. It's all that. You're just gonna disrupt everything. That's as simple as that. And their line was trash, so we just were doing that all day. You know what I mean? Then it also helps when, like, you know what I mean, there's a flag on that big 60-yard Mike Evans touchdown, because it's like that's a morale killer right there for us when they get that touchdown, because that would have tied it. But then it's like there's a flag on it, and it's a morale killer for the Bucs because they never got right after that. Yeah, it was just all bad after that.
And then Marty says Green Bay hasn't won and Minnesota in 3 years. That's a good stat.
Yeah.
And then Marty also said the Niners are a perfect matchup for the Vikings.
Niners are perfect. Yeah. I mean, as far as like, well, I mean, the thing about this, Kevin O'Connell was the OC for Sean McVay for the last couple of years. So he's played against this Niners defense. You know what I mean? Yeah. It'll definitely not be the same Vikings that has ran into the Niners the past couple times with Kirk Cousins, because like we just bulldozed them every time. You know what I mean? Like I remember that playoff game, we just tore them up. Hey, but their defense is really ass though. That's another thing too. Like the Vikings defense is really ass.
Yeah.
And like they got you know what's crazy too is like the Vikings, they're not really great at in the run game this year. You know what I mean? They're great at scoring. They're one of the best offenses, obviously. But like it's a real thing. You score too quick. Like, you know what I mean? They can't sustain these long, lengthy drives and play methodical. They're just banging it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then so it's like you know, a team like the Niners, we are methodical and we own time of possession and we just fucking drain the shit. And you know what I mean? Keep the opposing offense on a motherfucking out of rhythm and shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I think like I think like it's really, if Brock can just manage the game well, I think we'll beat the shit out of the Vikings. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with that too.
I'm sorry, but I'm just saying, like, it's really on Brock. If Brock, like, we have the best defense in the league, and then our run, and we have one of the best offensive lines. And as long as like Brock doesn't make mistakes,
and one of the best skill possession.
Like what if Brock starts fumbling, like sack strip fumbles into the house and shit like that, or like pick sixes? Like it's like, oh no, we don't.
But as a 49ers fan, who are you not trying to run into in the playoffs?
I mean, shit, bro. Like it's just the defenses. It would probably be like the Eagles defense, or even Tampa Bay, because it's the second time someone's playing you. Yeah. You know what I mean? In the same year, so they'll know. You know what I mean? There's the revenge factor, the intangibles, but then there's also like the coaching factor, where like, okay, this is what we did wrong last time. This is how they got us last time. You know what I mean? Like, so you're like more prepared. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think like I'd want to see the Cowboys. You know what I mean? Like I want to see Minnesota. I probably wouldn't want to see Tampa Bay. or the Eagles.
So you're hoping the Cowboys beat Tampa in the first round?
I don't know. I can't see. Here's the thing. I don't play those games anymore. I'm far too grown.
Whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, because if you're just asking me like heads up who I think would win and when, I'll be honest and I'll be like, yeah, like there's a way I could make a case where all these teams can beat us. You know what I mean? Because it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, all the teams that are in are like teams. Their defenses get takeaways too. Maybe outside the Buccaneers because a lot of their playmakers have been hurt this year. But like they're usually one of those teams too that's up there in takeaways. But you got the Eagles, you got the Cowboys, or you know what I mean? Teams that get takeaways. And if you're scoring on these takeaways, and then like I said, and we're playing from behind in any kind of fashion where it's like, okay, now we can't play this style of football that Shanahan wants to play where we're death by 1,000 cuts, where it's like just, methodically moving down the field, you know what I mean? And then like, if we can't get it in the end zone, we're going to kick a field goal and then play defense. And then, what I'm saying? Like, we don't want to get into shootouts. And if we're having self-inflicted shit like that, like I said, like pick sixes and shit like that, I don't want any of that. So that's what I fear for the Brock. He just take care of the ball.
As presently constructed, they play the Giants in the first round.
I mean,
that's a frisky team.
The Giants is a mismatch in the sense, you know why? Because they got a mobile QB. Like, then that's why Jalen Hurts is one I'm scared of to play the most too. Because look at the teams that have beat us. This is annoying. If you look at the teams who beat the Niners this year, right? I know one of them that was early on was the goddamn it was a bad weather game, but no excuse. But it was Justin Fields. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. And I've been saying this for years too about this even with Rob Saleh is that like. You know what I mean? Because I'd see Kyler Murray and Russell Wilson do
I think if Jimmy G plays that game, they win that game. I mean, that was just a dirty game.
Here's the thing. In mobile QBs, the mobile QBs, it's like the defense. It's our defense's kryptonite. You know what I'm saying? Because we're like a pass rushing ass defense. You diffuse that by a mobile Q, running the ball with a QB, and then that naturally opens up lanes for the running backs themselves. But you get what I'm saying? No, like, okay, look at now. I'm going back to what I'm saying. We lose week 1 to the Bears. Then, like, I think it was week 3. Then we lose to the Broncos. You know what I mean? Russell Wilson, I don't know if he scrambled too much, but still, it's just the threat of it. Like, I think he did scramble a couple times.
Their defense was just on a different level in the beginning of the year, the Broncos.
Yeah. Well, and then you have
Jimmy G's first game back too.
What else? Who else did we lose to?
You lost to
Atlanta.
Yeah,
shit, we lost to Atlanta, bro. And fucking Mariota ran all over us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, yeah, I don't want to see. Who did you just say? The Niners are gonna play. Oh, I don't want to see Danny Dumbass. Oddly enough, even though we'll destroy them, I just like that. That would be like the trap game. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like early on. But like I said, the only ones I'm really scared of is the GOAT and what's his name? And the Eagles. Yeah.
And then Raphael says, how we liking Montgomery at running back too? When you got 5.4 points on Sleeper in week 10, Lions defense got 12 points that game.
I mean, it's just a different. They just gave up mad booty to. Listen, Hustler pointed this out. Like they haven't been a bad run defense, you know what I mean? But they can't be had. I'm just saying.
And then AO, it's Greg says, I have 2 flex spots: Pittman, Zeke, DJ Moore, Ayuk, Monty, or Dobbins.
You know what? Real quick, hold on. Real quick, didn't Justin Fields put up like 100 something on the ground, 100 plus
against the Lions? Let me check.
Yeah, that game. Like I swear, Justin Fields went crazy. It was like nothing that he was the lead rusher that day.
Let me check that out real quick.
You know what I mean? Like, if they're more prepared for that this time around, that's gonna open it up for David Montgomery. You know what I mean? I mean, like I say all the time about with David Montgomery when he has Khalil Herbert too in the mix. It's like, you also gotta run the risk of Khalil Herbert, because they'll be playing from behind. He gets in the mix more, and that's probably likely because what I'm saying, this is a good offense with Jared Goffel, even though he's Goffel.
Trying to see when the Lions and
what week?
Yeah,
the dude just said it in the last comment.
Okay. Fields had 147 rushing yards and 2 touchdowns.
See what I'm saying? I'm just saying. I do that. I do that's why.
Montgomery.
See, I do. That's why. Like, I was like, this is like, you know, you really got to go back and remember the games. Like, you know, you can look at Montgomery did bad. Like, he's going to do bad again this time. I mean, I feel like second time around, you know what they're going to be game planning for? Fucking Justin Fields taking off on their ass. You know what I mean? Yeah. And Jennings, one of their best linemen. I think he's banged up, but you know,
yeah,
it's like
that's when they still have Mooney. I think they're going to use running backs more in this game, especially towards the end of the year. They're going to try to keep Fields out of harm's way a little bit.
I don't think so, or else they wouldn't be playing him at all. Because they said like they're not shutting him down. Because you know that's the question. Like, because he's been nursing like injuries, and that's why these Lamar Jacksons of the world, and even Kyler Murray barely got his bag. Those type of running, QBs. You know, organizations are scared to pay them all that guaranteed money because they get hurt.
You know our next question, Ayo, it's Greg. What up?
What up, Greg?
Says I have 2 flex spots: Pittman, Zeke, DJ Moore, Ayuk, Monty, or Dobbins. Well, I'm starting Zeke for sure. Can't take Zeke out. Pollard's going to be limited. I'm pretty sure Pollard's going to be limited because of the thigh injury. And Pittman's a no-go with Foles at quarterback for me. Who the Panthers play?
My bad. Lost my train of thought. Oh, they play the Buccaneers. I was zoned out during that whole question. I'm about to light a joint.
I think I'm gonna go Zeke. Man, the second one's hard. Because part of me wants to say Dobbins a little bit. But I'm not fully sold on starting Dobbins in your championship lineup. But Zeke for sure.
Hold on, bro. Who's Dobbins playing? They playing the Steelers. Dobbins not bad, bro.
So you're saying Zeke? You're playing Zeke and Dobbins, or who are the two?
Well, my bad. Run me back the options. Who we got here?
Pittman, Zeke, DJ Moore, Ayuk, Monty, or Dobbins?
Pittman, Zeke.
Zeke's good for a touchdown. They're gonna pound. They're gonna pound the
pick?
2.
It'd probably be Zeke and Dobbins for me.
Yeah, I think Zeke and Dobbins too. And then towards the 49ers, Josh said quest for 6.
Yeah, I mean, shit, we've been on that motherfucker forever, but yeah, let's go. I'm trying to be on this quest for 7 and then 8 and all of that. I want my kids to see it all.
And then Song says it's now. Now's the time. Niners and Chiefs to the ship.
Go.
Niners by 13.
That's the thing too. Is like, see, this is why going back to what I was saying earlier. Like, this is why, like, having Lance and that rookie QB contract. I mean, you know, it's the same thing for having a Purdy too. Like, you know, but he's a guy we'd have to give like money to keep around, like, in probably like another year because he's like a 7th round pick. You know what I mean? What's those contracts like 3 years? You know what I'm saying, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? 2 years.
Contracts hitting $1 million for that time. That time span.
Yeah. But here's what I'm saying though, is like, you know what I mean? Of course, we're gonna retain. When you're Shanahan, you've been through losing positions, like get depleted. Watch positions get depleted. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Watch his all running back room get depleted. Like, he just saw his whole fucking QB room get depleted. And now we're down literal Mr. Irrelevant.
Points where he's seen his whole defense get depleted. He doesn't run the defense, but the team's defense get depleted. So he's been through it.
So then, you know, you got, you know, this is like when Song says it's now's the time. Like, he's fucking right because we have all these players together. Like, did we pay Bosa yet? Yeah, I can't remember. I'm so high right now because I know we already paid Warner.
I don't think
Debo. We didn't.
I don't think you paid Bosa. I don't think so.
We didn't pay Bosa yet. We picked up his 5th year, so he's the next one. We finna pay him. You know what I mean? So that's why
he deserves it too, man. I think he's defensive player of the year lock. He passed Parsons like 2 weeks ago.
I mean, and who's to say we wouldn't? Who's to say Tampa Bay wouldn't be interested in someone like Lance if they still had the rights to Brady in this next offseason? I don't know Brady. I haven't deep dove Brady's contract yet. I think he might even actually just be a total free agent. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think he's a free agent.
He's the type of guy that would come through for like a like a $30 million 1 year, or you know, a $60 million 2 year, but like you know 30 guaranteed, 45 guaranteed or whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he would do that because that's what he would do because there's a complete team. And then
Bosa was robbed of Defensive Player of the Year last year.
Otherwise, we go at it next year. I mean, because look at that, and you know what Jimmy's his whole thing was like when he restructured, he put an emphasis on after this year, I'm free to go. Yeah, you know what I mean. I can make my choice to go. You know what I mean. So we're gonna definitely hold on to Lance and Purdy unless we can get our hands on something like a Brady or a fucking
Rodgers.
Yeah.
And then Thomas Jefferson says, I have Lamar out and now Henry out for my 14-person league championship. I need a miracle, gentlemen. And then he says, starting
go get Haskins or something too.
He says he's starting Zach Moss at running back. Haha, my questionables are Kamara, Cooper, and Christian Watson. So do I flex Dotson or Taysom? I'm leaning Taysom.
No, I'd be Dotson.
Yeah, I do Dotson. He's been hot the past couple.
Yeah, and then you play Kamara, right? And then I think if I would look to see if Haskins is available, he might be Hassan Haskins. If he's out there, I'd grab him, and you know what I'm saying. Just keep him away from your opponent too. You know what I'm saying. And the Zach Moss play, it's volume, and you just pray. You know what I'm saying because it is the Giants defense. Yeah, you just pray to the fantasy gods that it's your destiny.
Crispy says, how do you feel about Kenneth Walker against the Jets?
On paper, it's a bad matchup, but like, you know what I mean? I've seen him get gashed up.
I mean, ETN ran for 100 last week and almost nipped the end zone twice.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's why I'm okay. Because Hustler was pointing out too, he's just like, it's just it's a bad matchup altogether. And it is. You know what I'm saying? But like it's a volume play. So you really got to have some greater options in me, or else I'm playing Ken Walker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because what I saw from last week from ETN with Cam Jennings going out the week before was more than fine. He just didn't get in the end zone.
I mean, if you got DK and Tyler Lockett out there too, it opens it up. You know what I'm saying? Revenge narrative, Gino, revenge game.
I like it. Seahawks need a win, man. They need a win. If they want to get in, they need to win now and this week. Same with the Jets. So this is gonna be a dirty game in the trenches. And then Song says 17.5 sacks for Bosa.
Yeah, we were just talking about that earlier today, bro. Shout out to my man Nick Bosa. I think he's trying to go for the Niner record,
which is,
I think it's 18.
Nice.
He's gonna
get that. He's gonna get that this week. He's getting at least one.
Is it 18 or 19? Because Aldon Smith holds the single season sack record for the Niners.
That might be 19. I think
it might be 19. You might be right.
Because wasn't that his rookie year or his second year?
Yeah, it was like his. It was. I think it was 2012.
19 and a half sacks by Aldon.
There it is, 19 and a half. Yeah, let's go. Let's get that. Let's destroy Stidham.
And then Thomas Jefferson says, Haskins makes me nervous because it's a meaningless game. Worried that his backup might get more carries. I had Dotson.
Well, see, here's the thing, though. It's not a meaningless game, too, because it's like this valuable reps for the kid.
Yeah, they're going to run Haskins a lot.
Like they have playoff aspirations. You know what I'm saying?
But what he's trying to say is, like, no matter what, it comes down to that week 18 game against the Jazz.
This is hella meaning. I'm just saying, though, it does for sure because, you know what I'm saying, that's for the division. You know what I mean? And that'll punch them in. That'll punch their ticket. But I'm saying this is still valuable reps for the young kid, Malik Willis. You know what I mean? Hassan Haskins, this is valuable for him. He's gonna get a lot of work here.
He needs to work because anything happens to Henry.
But they're definitely gonna stack the fuck out of that box.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Which was making me mad because they kept doing that against the Eagles. They kept trying to stack the box, and then Minshew would
shred them up.
Minshew would just shred them up.
Yeah, but still though. Malik Willis is not going to shred them up.
If Malik Willis shreds the Cowboys, you can call off that they lose to the Bucks in the first fucking round.
I don't know. That's you know what though? See, listen, you got to get really good at this because you'll be a great reverse jinxer. You know what I mean?
Hey, maybe the universe just wants to see me skydive.
Hell yeah!
And then Song says Haskins or Michael Carter.
Probably Michael Carter.
Yeah, I'm going Carter too.
I mean, at least I feel like he's gonna get some receptions, and he's splitting the load with Zonovan. You know what I mean? And it's against the Seahawks, one of the worst run defenses. So hopefully, you know what I mean, somebody's eating.
I think we're getting pretty close to calling it a night for the Playmakers.
Let's call it.
Let's call it.
If we got more questions, we'll knock them out rapid, and then we'll call it.
Yeah, we'll give it like 5 minutes for a couple more questions to rack up. But everybody, make sure y'all hop on Uncle Jerry's Kids tomorrow at 5:30, starting 30 minutes earlier to get everything off my chest before kickoff. And we're gonna talk everything from TO to the playoffs to TY, that catch, everything. The Eagles game. So let's get into it. And Thomas Jefferson says, because I have Lamar probably out, should I start Minshew or Bridgewater? Minshew. Starting Minshew.
Minshew the Ginsu. He slices and dices.
Starting Minshew.
Yeah.
But just make sure everybody tunes in for the rest of the week to get their questions in for the fantasy championships we got going on this week, and make sure that y'all get ready for the fantasy playoff leagues that Hustler's going to have going on starting in the wild card round.
Hell yeah. You know what I mean? This shit, you know what I mean? This is not a drill. You know what I mean?
24/7, 365 days a year here on the 420 Hustler Network.
Is it already midnight over there where you're at?
11:49. It's about
okay. So we are knocking on the door. It is the eve of championship week.
Let's get it. And
week
championship
17.
I have Dak and Zeke going tomorrow, so we need some big games.
We got a full day of content tomorrow, starting off 1:00 p.m. West Coast time with Fantasy News Today. That's our flagship show. That's every day during the season. You know what I'm saying? And we probably might be rocking still damn near every day during until football's all the way done. You know what I mean? That starts off tomorrow. Then we're going right into Uncle Jerry's World. After that, starting at 3:30. What's that? 3:30 p.m. West Coast time.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And he's taking that thing all the way to the game, and we covering the whole game because, you know what I'm saying, we popping off the Cowboys versus the motherfucking Titans, bruh. Popping off championship week. It's the fucking
with
Real
Uncle
Fantasy
Jerry's
Playmakers,
Kids,
bruh. Let's fucking go.
Make sure y'all get y'all squares too for tomorrow's games. Y'all can hit up Hustler for those. Win some money while y'all are chilling with Hustler and the gang.
Yeah.
And then Marty says, where will D-Hop end up next year? I hope not the Bears.
D-Hop?
The Cardinals came out and said today that D-Hop could be a contract they're looking to get off of.
Yeah, man, the shit. That'd be
Jerry's gonna make up for the Cooper trade and get DeAndre Hopkins.
There was nothing wrong with D-Hop. He came back healthy, and you know what I'm saying? Let's go. Fields throwing in that D-Hop. You know what I mean? And it'll be a low-pass volume team, you know what I'm saying?
And he's used to a running quarterback, so I think that'd be a good fit in Chicago.
Also, here's the thing, too. He's just quarterback-proof in his career. Except for Brock Osweiler. He was shit with him. He was, like, really trash with that 1 year with Osweiler. But, every other QB he's eating with, bruh. You know what I mean? She ate with Kyler.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe he went QB proof. Actually, McSorley, huh? Did McSorley even target him now?
I don't even know.
I'm like, I did not.
He had one catch. No, I think he had one catch with McSorley. It was like a little screen.
Wow, terrible play calling.
I'm telling you, it's
like you have DeAndre Hopkins. You throw it to him.
McSorley's used to Dortch, I think, and he was just throwing to Dortch the whole night.
The Dortch.
I think Dortch is an interesting play if you're desperate this week because they're playing Atlanta.
Yeah. I think that's him.
He had 10 targets, but only 1 or 2 catches.
Fucking anyway, so he did get the targets.
But I think let's put it all into University Championship week right now. We need a big CD game tomorrow for everybody out there. Have to have it.
I just want like a semi-competitive game from the Tennessee side, because then that'll keep the fantasy relevance of our players. Yeah. Let's go. We need Dak and them. They need to like kick it in the gear. They need to win this thing. They need to put the pedal to the metal, pile the points on early, then play defense. Let's do that because they cannot drop any games. They cannot drop any of these trap games. Because if there's ever a trap game, I hate to scare you, Cowboy fans, but it's just you got to think about the trap game coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like Tennessee, Mike Vrabel's like he's a trap game specialist. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean?
Hey, it doesn't matter who Vrabel rolls out there. They're gonna play hard, no matter who's on the other side of the football. I mean, look at the Malik Willis game. They had to start Malik Willis against the Chiefs.
You
Yeah,
know
and they wouldn't take him to overtime.
I'm saying.
But they had Derrick Henry then. It's way different than Derrick Henry.
I'm just trying to make Cowboy fans worry a little bit, shaking the boots a little bit.
We're worried every week around here, right? At least I am.
That's funny.
But I think we're gonna cut it with that. Hope everybody has a good night.
You see the outro over there? You see which outro on your side?
Yes, I do.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like the outro. Well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody stay tapped in. Keep the fucking the notifications on.
Oh shit! It kicked me out for a second, but let me get the outro going.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody has a good night. Peace out from me and Bogey. May the fantasy gods be in your favor. Peace.
Hit him with the run pass option. I run shit or I shred from the pocket. I'm always shopping, I'm always copping, and always pray I'm falling like leaves an item. Hey, what could I say? I make plays every day. Catch me with a thick one, make her pay what she weigh. And then some. Welcome to my kingdom. Really in the field, never got my feet up. Go hard, push a hard line. Yeah, been around, peep the archives. Yeah. Off top, it's a long grind. You don't need to watch to see that it's hard time, yeah. I'm counting chips, finna take the chip. You counterfeits, better pay attention. I'm about a chick, catch me in my bag. Sunday to Sunday, we living that. We make plays every day, yeah. Yeah, we make plays every day, yeah. We make plays every day.